TV. My name's Joe Remnants and it is Wednesday. It's 4 p.m. in the UK. It's 11 a.m. If you are across on the East Coast. 8 a.m. if you're on the West Coast. It means it's time for Creative Cravings, which is actually, I think, one of my favourite shows of the entire week, because it is really that one show where we take it a bit back to basics. We give you maybe some deeper explanation, and also what we do is we welcome all of your comments and questions as well. It's a really great chance for us all to learn together. So if you've got any sort of burning questions, maybe there's a question you thought, oh, I won't ask that because that could be construed as a little bit silly. There's no such thing as a silly question here at Crafty TV, and you can drop into the comments and ask me them. So if you want to do that via Facebook, you can. The best place to do it is Crafters TV. In fact, the only place to do it is the Crafters TV Facebook page. Drop into the comments there in the live feed and let me know. If you'd prefer to do it over on YouTube, then you can. Of course, search Crafters Companion over there and you'll see the live feed. If you want to watch and shop at the same time, that's also really easy to do. You just need to do that on our website, crafterscompanion.co.uk.eu. Go to the website. On the home page, you'll see this feed, and you'll also see a Shop the Show button underneath. That Shop the Show button is great, because if you want to find anything, it is all in there for you, and it'll even show you all the things that are coming up in the show, some of which we might not even get to share with you. I am not on my own today, of course not. I am with Debby the Demo, as you were termed in the comments after the last show. Debby, how are you?
Debby the Demo. I've been called. Oh, I quite like that actually. So we've got the Scotty Hottie and then Debby the Demo. I like that one. That's a nice little tag to have. I'll take that one.
Maybe
Joe.
Demo Debbie.
Demo Debbie. Yeah,
Debby
we'll go Demo Debbie. Yeah, that's better. Demo Debbie.
We've got loads coming up in the show today. So excited to share it all with you. And a great deal on our sparkle inks, which I think is fantastic. Now, there's lots of different options. There's 8 different sparkle inks and 2 different metallic ink options. I've just got a handful of them here, so let me show you some of them. What I would do is say they're a buy one, get one half price. Now, not only that, they are $10.39 or $15.96 as a Club Inspired Platinum member. So definitely get over to the website, check all the options that we have. Look at that gorgeous Perfect Pastel. It's just the way, they're almost fizzy, aren't they? The way they play with the light. It really is gorgeous. And there you can see, of course, some of the glitz and the glamours. Oh, the glitz, the glamour. The gorgeousness, Debbie.
I love that one.
Do go and check those out. Loads of you saying hello this morning. I see Evelyn's here, Hannah, Diane, Pamela, Marisol Oldenburg is saying hello. Marisol, I'd love to know where you're joining us from. I'm not sure if you told us already, but I'm thinking it's somewhere fabulous. Mary's here. I can see Diane, Karen, Lynn, Debbie as well. From everywhere, from North Carolina to Montana to Tennessee to upstate New York to Traverse City, Michigan. Let me just tickle your taste buds and let you know what else is coming up on the show. We've got the border word Edgeables for you, or the Debby Fishables as they are known here at Crafters TV. Great deal on these, saving more than you're spending here as a Club Inspired Platinum member, which is just fantastic. We also have the modern shaped Edgeables as well. Again, a great saving here. Practically a half price deal for Club Inspired Platinum members. Now, we also have the Maker Statement collection here for you. They are all available individually at $5.99 or $7.95. Any 3 of these for £15 or $20. We'll show you those in more detail as we go through the show. And don't forget, the Hero Tool is what we have in every single Creative Craving show. It's a time-limited deal. You can only get this for 24 hours. It's £20 or $28 if you want to get your hands on that. Now, Debbie, I know you're going to be in your element in this show. We are going to get mucky, aren't we? Going to get inky, I hope, Debbie.
Well, it's absolutely what I absolutely love, getting inky. Many moons ago, if anybody had said to me, I didn't like it. I didn't like getting dirty. I like to be a clean crafter, but I love getting inky. So yeah, I'm super excited to be bringing you these fabulous ink pots that we've got. And it's all about this. It is glitz and glamour, this one, Joe, because it's all about the sparkle. These are our sparkle inks in a pot from Spectrum Noir. Now, if you have never seen them before, honestly, you're going to be blown away by these magical pots. Exactly, because they are just fantastic. They're a water-based product, so for that meaning that you have got lots of things that you can do with them, technique-wise, that you can do with them, from colouring to painting to stamping to spritzing to salt techniques to shaving foam techniques to all all sorts of different techniques that you can do with these. Now, in Spectrum Noir range, the face came to light as the sparkles came to us in a pen, in the form of a pen, that we used to do all those things with. So now we keep the pens for colouring because we introduced these gorgeous little pots. Now, I've fetched the 3 out with me and I've gone, I'm not going to make no apologies because I absolutely love this colour set. It's the Glitz and Glamour.
Oh,
very
yes.
much made for me, these ones. But there are 4 more times ink in this pot than there are in a pen. So when you think of it like that, save your pens for colouring, use your pots for absolutely everything because there's so much you can do with these. Now, these are fabulous and they are premium quality ink in here. Look at the colours. Let me just show you.
Oh.
Now, you're probably going to have a quick look and you're probably thinking, what's all that at the bottom? Well, that's the magic. That is that. It literally is ink with microfine glitter? Would you put litter in there? Glitter, microfine glitter. So that's the beautiful, beautiful glitter that goes into the bottom there. And you can see just by me holding them, they're already starting to because you need to, it's a bit like the pen, you have to shake to wake. So I'm saying shake, I'm giving it a gentle swirl.
Do you have a little
doing.
song that you sing when you do the shaking?
A what, eh?
Do you have any songs that you sing when you're shaking?
Nah,
Shake,
I just
shake,
give them a little...
Shake, senora, shake your body round. We can do that one.
Thanks, Joe, yep, I'll go with that one. Anybody tuning now, like, we're wondering what on earth we're doing? But we are just literally mixing up the ink with that ultrafine glitter that's in the bottom. And you can see, I wish we could get in really close because you could see the glitter really mixing with that beautiful ink. Intense colour, beautiful coloured ink, but absolutely gorgeous. And it literally just swirls around. The glitter in here is going to blow your socks off. It is absolutely gorgeous. So again, and you can take things like a cocktail stick, not just a big stick and get a big stick
Can you
in
imagine?
there.
It would be fabulously coloured, wouldn't it? You could
Oh,
take a big
wouldn't
stick in
it?
there.
Just perfect for mixed media. But you can take a little cocktail stick to get, to mix it up. What I want to show you though, Joe, and I've taken, if you're going to use a water-based product, premium watercolour card, and we at Crafters Companion do this to the letter. It's absolutely premium. You can get it in packs of, I think it's 15 sheets, or you can buy a paper pad as well that's watercoloured. And I've purposely taken an A4 to start with to show you, because I want to show you the coverage and that intensity of the ink. Now, once you have mixed up your glitter, you're going to grab yourself a brush. Now, I'm using a Royal Langnickel brush with this, and look at, you can see the size. But what I want to show you, look at this. Now, honestly, Joe, this colour
coverage is
it's
intense.
insane. It's absolutely insane. It really is. And I'm only putting a little bit onto my brush, but the wonderful thing about it being water-based means you can take things like your water, grab your water, and you can start to bring it out and really, and you're not diluting anything there apart from the colour, but you're not losing any of that glitz. What's the glitz?
That's the thing, isn't it? Because they are
absolutely, they are
full of this microfine glitter, aren't they?
They are indeed. So I'm literally taking it because I want to show you just how little, and I'm talking little, how much that covers that A4 sheet. Let me just make sure I've got all my little white bits covered there. Look how glorious. I'm just going to do for a quick second though. I'm hoping I'm plugged in, Joe. I never checked.
You give that a blast.
Yeah,
I'll do a bit of gossip, Debbie. Heidi says, looks like another day for Debbie to have messy fingers. Love watching the two of you. It makes for a day of giggles. We also, says Michelle is here, says hello again, great first show, really looking forward to this one. Hannah says love the modern Edgeables but haven't used them, hopefully get some tips today. We hope to inspire you, Hannah. Yvonne says, have all the liquid inks, sparkle and regular, fantabulous. The lovely Mary in Tennessee says, love, love, love the sparkle inks in pots. I have every single colour. Kelly says, can you use the aqua tints in the same way as the sparkle inks, Debbie?
You absolutely 110% can. The only difference there is the aqua tints is a tint of a colour, an hint of a colour, still beautiful ink, water-based, but everything that you do with this, you can do with an aqua tint as well. The difference that you're going to get is obviously, the sparkle. Can we get in close there, Charlotte?
Oh,
let's just come and have a look at this beautiful, intense sparkle. Can you see that?
Wow.
Let me tilt it. Look, it is absolutely awesome. And the coverage, you can see, look, from that white cardstock to that beautiful, intense colour. And because they are water-based, Joe, it means you can do all the techniques with your water-based. So, I've got my pot of water. I've got my little bits of tissue paper ready. What I'm going to go in with is I'm going to go back in with that brush and I'm going to start to have a little play now because I've got all this on. So all I'm going to do is take my water brush and you pop your water down, and I love doing this one. Let it sink in there, and the more that you let it sink in, or the water sink in, is the better the result that you get, because what it actually does, because it's water-based, it just sucks the colour out. And you can see, and I won't be throwing this away, let me tell you, and I never do. If you saw the state of my craft room, you'd understand what I meant by that. But literally, I'm just making myself, and I'll get myself a little smaller brush. I've been so good with my new tidy bag, Joe. I've even literally popped things together, so all my brushes are together. All me.
You've had an epiphany, Debbie.
I'm honestly, Joe, I tell you, I really am. But what I'm just doing is creating a little bit of a background scene. And like I said, the longer that you leave the water on, the longer it sucks that colour out. And
Sonia's
it really does.
Sonia's just posted a really funny comment, Debbie. She says, before I knew how long these pots would last, I love the glitz and glam so much, I purchased 3 sets of it. So I now have enough to pass on to the next generation of my family. They do last a really long time, don't they?
They do. They really, really do. They absolutely do. And because you've got all that, I mean, look, you can make yourself lots of lovely scenes. And then I'm just going to take some proper water, as in clean water, not the mucky variety. But
Have you ever accidentally had a sip of one of these, Debbie?
I had plenty of times. I've done it on
Really?
demos before. Yeah, I've literally picked. I did it on. I did it once at a garden centre where I was demonstrating, and I picked up my blue coloured water and popped it in my mouth, thinking I was taking a sip of water, and I ended up with a blue mouth because I literally was caked.
Did it match
in
your blue
ink.
hands at the time?
Oh, match me hands, match me everything else. I look like a Smurf by the time I
Love
finished.
that, Debbie.
Look at this. Oh my days. You see, this is what I'm talking about. Things that you can do because it's water-based. You can just literally take your fingers in, splatter water about, leave it. The longer you leave it in there, the longer it takes, the more colour sucks out of that cardstock. It's just beautiful. But look how beautiful that looks. And I've barely, what did I do? A bit of ink. And I've got a lovely background there that I could use. But look, none of the sparkles disappeared.
Gorgeous.
The sparkle is still there. But there's lots of other things you can do with it as well, Joe. So literally, let me just wipe this up. Now, it's usually I'd get a piece of cardstock and suck that up. Let me tell you, I won't be wasting my ink, but just want to show you a couple of things. I'm going to stick with this colour as well because it is the gorgeous colours. Hands getting dirty already. But things like pipettes and things like that, you can actually go in with, and I'll just grab another brush. I'm going to grab a clean brush. Well, I say clean. Once upon a time, I should have cleaned brushes when I started, because look, that's no longer clean. However, I'm just popping a little bit of water down onto here. Water-based card. Stock again, and what I'm going to do is take a couple of little pipettes. Now again, if it has settled for a while, the glitter just needs to be mixed back up, so just take your pipette, pop that in, suck a little bit up and drop, and watch the effects. It's just so
like
beautiful.
a glittery firework, isn't it?
It looks like it does look like fireworks because you can see all that, and the water. I mean, you can move it around as well. So you could take your things like your water spritzers, and I've got my water spritzers. You can move it around a little bit more. I'm just going to shake up my other colours. I'm going to put a couple of little colours on there.
Anne from Twin Cities is asking, can you add sparkling to water to create a glimmer spray?
Yes, you can. Well. What a lovely... Do you know what? We might just do that.
Oh, fabulous.
Shall we do that as well?
Yeah,
we'll show that while
please.
we've got these.
Please do. And Pamela's got a fabulous surname, Lucioni. Pamela Lucioni on YouTube says, I'd love to know how Debbie cleans her hands at the end of the programme, as she is very well known for getting very, very inky. There's a technique though, isn't there, Debbie?
There is a little technique, yeah, and I've got it with me at the side of me, so I will show you. Show you, and I will share my little secret because it does work. And it was a lovely. I'm not going to take credit for it. It was our lovely Fiona that told me all about it. It literally is a bar of soap called Imperial Leather, There are other soap bars out there, but
but the other ones don't work, I'm afraid. It's only this one.
Well, the thing is, I've not yet found one that works as well as that. And you can either use a scrubby brush or, do you know with those little nail brushes, a soft nail brush?
Yeah.
You can do things like that as well, Joe. So those are the kind of things that you can...
So do you to put it neat on the scrubby brush and then use it, or do you like just wash your hands with it and just scrub?
I put soap on my hands and then I just scrub over.
Fabulous.
So I literally put the soap in, give a nice bit of froth up, take my little brush, all my scrubby, because there is a little scrubby from a well-known man in the world of crafting that has a little scrubbing. It's a little bit like do you know like you have for your feet to get the hard skin off?
Like a little pumice stone.
It's like yeah, but it's not a stone. It's like a sponge, and that kind of gets it off as well. So there's those kind of things that are out there, but literally soap and water is about your best things. Now I'm gonna empty some of that water out in a minute because I'm going to show that other technique that who was it that said about the spritzer?
It was Anne from the Twin Cities.
I am going to show you what you can do
Minnesota.
to create that.
MN.
Absolutely.
Minnesota? I think so.
Now, I can just start to move this around as well because literally I've got a lovely little bit of a background, and if you let that dry off as well, you've got some beautiful backgrounds. Or you can do things like your salt techniques, and you can put your salt onto there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this dry naturally, and then we're going to come back to it at the end of the show so that you can see what I mean. And I'm just going to squirt a little bit of water on again.
Does depending what salt you use depend what sort of result you get? Because you know the salt, I have the salt you might have seen it at the house, Debbie. I have the flakes of salt rather than the rocks. Could you use that and get a different technique?
You get different techniques. So the smaller the salt, the different the technique you will get. And I've got quite big chunks on there.
Love that.
You can see just how chunky they are. But I'm going to let that dry off somewhere just down here for a second. So I'm just going to remember
Loads of questions coming in, Debbie. Marilyn says, please can you ask Debbie if you can use these inks on glossy cardstock? I just found a stock of glossy cardstock. I think it was a white gloss cardstock that Marilyn had, if memory serves. Now,
you're not going to get the best results because it's a water-based product. So on a glossy cardstock, the tendency there is it might slip off. However, there is things that you can do with that, and I'll show you that with the shaving foam technique in a bit.
Oh, shaving foam, love that technique.
I've got some. No, I went myself, Johnny. He said, did you send Jake out? No, I went myself. I legged it quickly down there and quickly back so I could get some to show you.
Did you get some broken biscuits as well?
No,
Debbie.
I was being good. There's some sledges though, Johnny. Yeah, there's some sledges. Might be handy for us later because the snow's starting to come down. It's quite bad again.
I'd say it's a good 4 or 5 inches out there, wouldn't you, Debbie?
Absolutely, it really is. So we've got a couple of things that we've done there already with them. Now, somebody said, that lovely lady again, I'm sorry, I'm so sorry I forgot your name again already.
It was Anne.
Was it Anne?
And it is from Twin Cities, Minnesota, Anne is from.
Absolutely. So what you're going to do is, Anne, you're going to take yourself one of our spritzers. This is from Spectrum Noir, and it's one of our water spritzers. I think they come in a pack of 3 or 4. I want to say 4. Come in a pack of 4 that you can get.
Now, it's in the Hero Tool, Debbie.
Is it in the
Hero Tool?
Absolutely. Oh, I planned it, Johnny. I planned it, Joe. I planned it, Johnny. I planned it, Charlotte. I did.
We don't believe you at all, Debbie, but you're okay.
But of course I know all about it. But what you do is, Anne, just pop a little bit of water in, because what you want to do is, you could just put it in absolutely neat if you wanted to. However, take your what's this called again? Pipettes, thank you very much. Pop that into there and literally just empty that in, and what you've got now is a spray ink. Not much needed. I'm not going to fill it up with any more water because I've now got myself a spritzer with glitter in there as well. And then you can start to do things like your spritz technique. Give this a shake up. I'm just going to get the water out first.
Oh, Debbie.
Isn't that lovely? Isn't that beautiful? I love, honestly.
It's galactic, isn't it?
Just love. And you could use that, and then when you dry that off, and let's speed it up a little bit and dry that off. So honestly, the inks themselves, really, really versatile. Now, you're not going to get the same kind of sparkle that you would do if you use neat. However, you could put neat ink, your glitter ink, into a spritzer and use that as well. And then, honestly, the things that you're going to be able to do with this, but I can see the glitter in here. Absolutely fabulous. Do you want to see the shaving foam technique next?
Oh, Debbie, 100%. I want you to do it at least 6 times in the show, please, if that's all right.
Oh,
I love it that much.
It is a gorgeous technique, it really is. It's a fabulous technique. Let me turn that off. But again, you can see the sparkle in there. Now, it's not the same kind of intensity because we've actually watered that down. However, I can still see that beautiful shimmer of glitter all over there. You can start to die cut into this now. You can use it as your backgrounds. You could add more colour if you wanted to. But there's lots of things. And again, water-based, which means you can do all those water-based techniques with it as well. Now then, let me just, again, literally grab yourself some spare cardstock and suck all this up instead of doing what I'm doing, which is, I feel like I'm wasting this ink, although there's lots of ink in that pot.
Just sort of splush it?
Well, another well-known man in the crafting world.
You know all the crafty men, don't you?
Well, you know, I've learnt from the best. There's lots of them out there, including our gorgeous Craig, who, in my opinion, should be named the Crafty Man of the Year because he's just fabulous. But literally, he taught me how to do this. Wipe everything up, and then keep your rag, wipe it all up, keep your rag, and then you'll have a lot of mixture of colours. So when you're finished, you've got a coloured, and I say rag, it's a piece of kitchen roll. And then he told me, split it up, pop it onto some cardstock, use PVA glue or like things like tacky glue, pop it on, let it dry, and you've got yourself a nice a textured cardstock that you could use as backgrounds or die cut into, which is what I would do. So that's why I never waste or never throw away these. And under my crafty table,
almost
Joe.
a bit like making your own rice paper then,
it
or mulberry
is,
paper,
yeah.
really. But
And honestly,
one.
it's a great way of using things like that. Because to be fair, there's lots of beautiful sparkle and colour on there, so I don't want to waste that. However, shall we go on with that? Let's get it out. Let's get it out.
Oh,
so,
yes.
I love this
Let me just
technique.
check. Charlotte, have you ever seen this technique?
Oh, I just love it.
Oh, it's
Grab
so good.
yourself some
It might be one of
cheap-
my favourite techniques in all of craft, you know.
Well, it's gorgeous because you've got that lovely marbled effect
And
when
it
you
smells
do this.
gorgeous too.
Smells beautiful. But the best way, let me just squirt this into a little tub. The best way I can tell you to use this is get the cheapest one. Don't go raiding your hubby's best shaving foam, or your partner's best shaving foam, or your son's best shaving foam, whatever. Don't go using it. Go and grab a very cheap one, something like 70, 80p. That's all you need.
Just something from the dollar store or something like that.
Absolutely, absolutely. I'm just going to bring in, I was just going to say I'm bringing in my palette knife that I've used with my string to be able to hold my string into place. But see, talk about well organised. I was so well organised. I'm just flattening that out a little bit, okay? So a bit like
it looks like a
bit like icing a cake.
Cream pie, doesn't it? Or a lemon meringue.
Now then, my glitter, I know, will have settled at the bottom.
Right.
So I'm going to give it a little stir with my pipette. And I'm going to just literally pick some up and drop a few bits in here. And this,
Debby.
honestly, this is when you don't need a lot of ink for this, Joe. You really
Do you know
don't.
what I was thinking the other day?
What were you
This is
thinking?
exactly the same technique that you use for meringue if you've got food colouring to make sort of lovely swirly baked meringues.
Oh,
It's basically essentially the same technique, yeah.
It is, yeah, absolutely it is. Let me just grab another pipette, Joe. Let me just grab another one. I'm going to go in with my blue one. I love using Glitz and Glamour because they're quite strong colours, but we've got some amazing colours in our range that are all beautiful and will all create different effects with this. Now, again, I've used drops there, Joe, drops. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to grab myself. You can use a pipette for the, not pipette. Yeah, you could use a pipette end. You could use a pokey tool or a cocktail stick. But this is the fun bit now. Get yourself stuck in there. Have a little swirl around. It looks like ice cream. I always think of ice cream.
Do you?
I do, yeah. I don't know what. Do you know the raspberry ripple type of ice cream? That kind of thing. So all you're doing is literally giving it a little stir round. Make sure you've covered everywhere, okay? And it's that simple. Pop that into there. I'm going to bring in a piece of cardstock. And I'm just going to, and another thing that you get with these, you get these lovely little trays that you can pop in to stop any spillages from happening, and it also acts as a palette, and you get two of those, so you can use one to stand them in with and then the other to use as a paint palette when you do some painting. Now I'm not going to attempt to paint, Joe, because I do like drawing, but I'm not going to show myself up on live TV.
If you want to see more painting though with these, you could always go back to the Colour Me Happy show that Benita did, the very talented Benita. And she was using the aqua tints, but it's exactly the same concept. And there are hours and hours and hours of sparkling tutorials over on the website, craftscompanion.co.uk, craftyuk.com or .eu. Do you know what? If I could just have that as a print, that shaving foam for the wall, as in like just a colour splash over a wall. Oh, just gorgeous, Debbie.
Absolutely. Now I've just trimmed my cardstock down to size, so I'm just going to pop that onto the top. Make sure you've just covered it. It's just a little flattened down with your fingers. Pick that up, okay? You've still got all this left. Don't be throwing that away. Just move that to one side for the time being. I tell you what, I've missed a little area. Let me just go back down. Splodge down. Yeah, that's better. Have I missed any more? Let me go back in. And this is the thing with this technique. There's no right or wrong way. There really isn't. But what we're going to do now, Joe, is we're going to get that shaving foam. I've taken a ruler with this, but you can use things like old credit cards, things like that. And all you're going to do is hold it into place and scrape away the excess. And look how beautiful that actually looks. It looks absolutely gorgeous. And again, the intensity of the glitter, you'll be able to see that in there. You don't have to dry this off either. Once you've done it and popped it in that foam, let's have a look. Charlotte, your camera work is amazing.
Just beautiful, isn't it?
I love it, Debbie. Isn't that the most gorgeous background paper that you could use? Or, again, die cut into there. However, you've still got all of this in here. So, again, just take your pipette or your pokey tool, give it a little swirl around. You can add more ink if you want to add more ink so you get that lovely effect that you have with your... with the intensity of the ink. However, I'm going to go back in. Big piece this time, Joe. I'm going to go back in. Cover it all up. And I'm telling you, loads and loads that you're going to be able to use with this. Loads of applications that you're going to get out of it.
Oh, I like this one,
the effects that you're going to get. I can't wait to see this one because I think this one's going to look sensational. But I tell you, you'll never get two that are the
that
same.
is my favourite one ever, maybe, I think,
That
Debbie.
is just beautiful. And again, it's instantly dry. It's not smudging anywhere. The glitter stays in there as well. And there's a beautiful, not only that, it's just so clever. It's a cheaper way of marbling.
Yeah.
And you can do this onto things like Centura Pearl. On Centura Pearl, what you actually get with Centura Pearl is the most beautiful sheen and that gorgeous glitter that you get from our glitter inks. There's lots of other techniques that I could do. I mean, honestly, we're half an hour into it short and I've only just touched on a couple. But you can do things like your string pull. If you've ever watched our Fiona or our Debs, they love the string pull technique, which is what you can do as well. And if we get time later, I might show you how we do that one. But we've got to move on with, Joe.
So much planned for the show. Loads of you commenting away. Evelyn uses the double-sided flower dies to cut the paper that she uses to mop up the inks. That sounds lovely, doesn't it, Debbie?
That sounds absolutely fabulous.
Do you reckon you could use flower-forming foam to mop up your ink? You know, the white flower-forming foam?
Now then, it's more porous, that, isn't it?
It's very porous.
I'm not sure, because you can put your inks onto there. It might be something worth trying.
Give it a go.
I'd try it, try a little piece and see if you can do it.
Oh, imagine if it
You never know.
Imagine if it worked with a foam technique, so you could have those foam flowers, but made out of the marbly. Beth says, some CC goodies have arrived in the mail. Great lifter for a snow day. It is a real snow day. The snow is back here and it is coming down.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I think it was just coming down as I came back into the studio. Pam Craving says it makes the cards smell great, talking about that shaving foam technique. Terry Lee says, love how real Debbie is. Her hands resemble mine after a good inking session. Eleanor says, I want to play with a shaving cream too. Yolanda's back for more crafting. Joy Sampson in New York. Joy was on our craft ambassador on Monday. She says, yay, I will try this, Debbie. Kay's saying, I've seen this several times and have never tried it. I will now. You've inspired me, Debbie. Marilyn saying how gorgeous the cards are looking. Teresa says gorgeous techniques. Terry Lee wants to know what type of cardstock's best for that demo, Debbie?
Well, I use the watercolour cardstock for that one, but I have used in the past many times our Centura Pearl. Do you know the Int of Golds, the Int of Silvers? Any, to be fair, and you get a different look altogether, which just looks incredible. The Ivory one's a fabulous one that works really well with that technique as well. So definitely try different techniques. I think the only thing is that glossy paper one. I would perhaps try that because glossy paper's got like a finish to it. So just just be careful when you are doing it, but try it. The thing is, try it. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. It's cost you nothing to do. So definitely I would give it a go. But personally, anything watercolour cardstock that can soak up all that beautiful ink and give you the best results because it is water-based product. But try it with other mediums to see how you can get the effects. But honestly, these inks, they may look small. They may look small point pots, but there is 30 mils of all that beautiful ink in there, along with that microfine glitter that really creates the most beautiful, beautiful things. Like I said, 4 times more ink in that pot than there is in one pen, but they're just incredible and there's so much you can do with them. I don't mind getting ink fingers because I love these. I honestly, if they could be my hero tool, that'd be my hero tool, definitely.
Gorgeous. Let me take you through some of the options you've got. There are actually 8 options for the sparkle inks and 2 options for the metallic inks available. I've got a few of them here. So these are the ones I've got 5 here to show you. Got Falling Leaves. Summertime. Look at all of that gorgeous shimmer in there. You've got the perfect pastels. We also then have the winter warmers. Beautiful, aren't they? And the glitz and glamour as well. Just beautiful. Right, $12.99, $19.95. Buy one, get one a half price. So you buy one, you get the next one for £6.50. However, it's a buy one, get one half price, but you can also use your Club Inspired discount as well. So they would be £10.39 or £15.96 for platinum members. And then you've got the buy one, get one half price on top of there as well. So I think, yes, you've got a great deal, however you look at that. Now, I'm talking, of course, about platinum discounts, but loads of you, all of you, in fact, are getting some sort of discount because you all can join our fabulous club. If you are not familiar with Club Inspire, here is Sarah to take you through all the details.
Welcome to Club Inspire, our free loyalty club. As a member of the club, you can save up to 20% every time you shop with us. For every £1 you spend, whether it's in one of our stores or on our website, you'll collect 1 loyalty point. The more points you have, the more benefits you'll receive. As a welcome present, we'll give you 20% discount with your very first order. Once you place your first order, you'll be given 250 points straight away, making you a bronze member. This will mean that you'll receive a 5% discount on all of your purchases until the end of the next calendar year, plus priority postage. 500 points takes you up to silver membership, where you'll get 10% discount plus free shipping when you spend over £20. When you get to 750 points, you'll become a gold member, which gets you a whopping 15% discount on every order, and we'll ship them to you completely free, no matter how big or small they are. Spend over £25 and we'll send them to you via our premium next day delivery courier service. When you reach 1500 points, you'll become a platinum member, giving you the same shipping benefits as a gold member, but with the added bonus of a massive 20% discount on all of your purchases. Now, on top of that, you'll receive exclusive discounts, sneak peeks of brand new products, special offers and money-saving vouchers. You'll have access to an exclusive secret Facebook group to meet like-minded friends, to find out information first and to be inspired by all the Crafty makes. We'll send you a completely free quarterly Digimag direct into your inbox, giving you lots of hints, tips, inspiration, additional offers and some sneaky behind-the-scenes gossip from the team. So what are you waiting for? Become a member of our club today.
All the details there of Club Inspire, which is fantastic. Now, we have got an incredible hero tool for you on the show, and it's a great selection of bits and bobs from Bits and Bobs. That's a bit of a casual name, isn't it, for them? But it is. It's awesome bits that you're going to be able to use with lots of your different your inks. So it would be great for the jars. You could definitely use them with some of your pens and also with some of your ink pads as well. Now, what you've got in here are the spritzers. Now, the great thing is the spritzers you just saw Debbie using a moment ago, which is fantastic. So it's great, so you want to add ink into them. Then let's go on to the brushes. So you've got several different brushes in here. I'll take you through them. You've got this one, which is the 3/4 of an inch brush, which is gorgeous. You've then got this one, which is a size 6. You're going to get a 1/2 inch as well, which is brilliant. and you've got a size 3 in there as well. So they are different brushes that you'll get included. We're then going to give you the blending eggs as well, which are awesome. Love those. They're not called blending eggs, they're called mini blending sponges. You've then also got as well the tool, the blending tool, or the dauber as some people call them, and that comes with 10 refills, as well as the 2 that you get included in the pack as well. All of that, £20 or £16 for Platinum members, $28. You can use your Platinum discount, of course, as well on that also. Don't forget. Very busy there. I'm hearing that 7 out of 10 people that are going for the inks are also going for that awesome hero tool as well. Something else that is very busy that I need to share with you are the modern Edgeables. I remember us launching these and just how incredibly busy they were. What I would say is if you have been making creations using these, please send me your pictures in. studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk is where you need to send those pictures to. So what you're going to get in this collection is you're going to get the heart confetti, or you're going to get the gorgeous schmetterlings, the butterfly breeze in here. You've got the cascading circles. This one, which is that gorgeous, elegant rose. You've got the balloons as well, which are awesome, the balloon bouquet. And you're going to get here as well, I think this one's called Time for Cake. Just party cakes, $31.96 or $55.80 if you want to get all of them. Platinum members are looking at £25 or $44 to grab these ones as well. Now remember, because they're in Edgeable, these, it means that it's essentially a buy 4 get 2 free. Because they're in Edgeable, what it means is you can do loads of different Edgeable techniques. We've done I think we might have done. Is it something like 6 Edgeable masterclasses now? I believe it is around about there. There's loads and loads of inspiration for Edgeables on our website, in the tutorials, also on the Crafters TV area of our website, where you can go and watch back the masterclasses. Check YouTube as well. You're going to find lots of inspiration because the vast array of techniques that you can do with these dies makes them up there with the most versatile. And I'd say they've become, Debbie, wouldn't you, one of the things that we are absolutely famous for here at Crafters Companion and Crafters TV, because it's something we do so well. I think we are absolutely the market leaders when it comes to these gorgeous Edgeables, and you guys say exactly the same. And what I think is, Debbie, I'm sure you'll agree with me, it doesn't matter what style or type of crafter you are. If you're grungy, if you're pretty, if you're sparkly, you're glitzy, you're glamorous, you can incorporate these somehow into all your creations, I think.
Oh, absolutely. And I adore Edgeables. One of my favourites. It's like, there's so many of the styles that we do here at Crafters Companion. Edgeables are right up there at the top because versatile dies, again, that work not just in cards, but in boxes. All of the different styles and shapes that you can put these in. And because they've got that Edgeable factor, it does mean that you can put them anywhere on the edge of a card, diagonal, loads and loads of ways. I'm going to show you a few samples before we go into the first demo. But these are beautiful, absolutely. Do you know they're going to work with other things? Things like your balloons that we've had on recently.
Yes,
this
gorgeous.
Beautiful cascading circles, or the bubbles, as I nickname it affectionately, is just the most beautiful. The cupcakes. Look how insane those cupcakes are. You mix and match them with other things that you've had in your crafty stash. Talking about diagonal, look at this beautiful one here. That is absolutely gorgeous. Going down the central part, I'm saying central, the diagonal part of the cards.
I guess it's still the centre.
But they are absolutely beautiful. Look at that. You can do a bit of paper piecing.
99 Luft balloons.
Exactly. You can put them onto the back of acetate, colour them in. You can do things like do a double Edgeable one there, and I love that one because we've literally just popped it onto the edge of a card and backed it. Oh, look at this one, Joe. Look at this. Love hearts coming up.
Oh,
I mean,
yes.
It's the day of reckoning soon, isn't it, for us? Is it this week? Wait a minute.
You've got 2 Valentine's cards in that green room, you know.
Have I?
Yep.
Oh, that's so nice. Do you know, I never get anything at Valentine's. That's lovely.
I know, I haven't had one for years.
I'm so excited now. Yeah, honestly, Joe, these are just beautiful. Whatever occasion you want to use these for. And I'm telling you something, do you know that gorgeous, that bubbles, I call it, the cascading circles. It's just insanely good. Look at this one that someone's done. We did a diorama card, didn't we, Joe? We did a diorama card in the road shop.
Yes, I loved it.
Look at that on edges of the diorama part. Absolutely beautiful. They are incredible. There's so many. I mean, we'll come back to them, Joe, and I'll show you some more later on.
Yeah, of
I think
course.
the best way is to show you how they actually work. I think
And
that's
you
the
can
best
use
way.
these. I mean, there's a lot of very elaborate techniques that you can do with these, isn't there? But also at the same time, I mean, for any newbies out there, we have so many people joining us all the time. To be hello and welcome if you have only just started watching us. If you are new, then let me know in the comments where you're from. I'd love you to say hello for a first-time commenter. But if you did want to simplify these, Debbie, are there very straightforward techniques you can do as well as super elaborate ones?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'm going to keep it pretty straightforward with this one. I'm going to use the Elegant Rose. Now, all of these dies work exactly the same way. I'm just going to bring in some black cardstock just to show you for this one. But they all work the same way. So when you look at the die itself, you have what we call the outside cutting edge. Let me bring in me poke tool so I can show you. This part here that goes around this die is the outside cutting edge, which means this is the bit that you would put on the edge. This part here is the bit that doesn't have a cutting edge. So that means it stays connected into your cardstock. And like I said, Joe, whether you have them on the top of your card, you could have them on the top of your card if you wanted to. You can run them diagonally and you can vertically, and you can also rub them diagonally as well. It's entirely up to you how you use this. I'm just going to pop them literally on the edge of a card blank here. So I've taken me black cardstock. Let me just move that down slightly for you. You can see where, if you wanted to use the Edgeable factor, there's a little couple of notches, one there and one at the bottom as well. But that's how you would use that as an indication of where you wanted to put that to create that outside cutting edge. However, just going to bring in my plate for a second.
If you were cutting into a bigger, if your card size, Debbie, was taller than 5 inches, how would you do it? So let's say it was an 8x8 card you're putting the edge into. Would you trim in 1.5 inches and 1.5 inches, then line up the card? Or would you cut it and then trim down afterwards? Does that make sense?
I'd do it that way you said first.
The first way.
I would do it. That's
so
my
cut
personal.
in 1.5 inches from the top, cut in 1.5 inches from the bottom, and then you'd lay the die over the rest of it.
Yes.
Awesome.
But it is, again, it's one of those questions, it's what works for you best, and that's what I would always say. What does work for you best? If that technique doesn't, then try the other one and see what works for you best. However, we're just going to run this through now, and I am just putting it onto some black cardstock. However, we're going to do a little bit of paper piecing because these dies are crying out to be paper pieced as well. They're absolutely beautiful, but I'm going to simplify it for you and show you how you do that bit as well. So when we take it out, I need to find me smaller plates, Joe. I can't find any small plates underneath here.
You had them earlier.
I know. I don't know where they've gone. I don't know where they've gone.
Did you put them behind you on that?
Well, I thought I had, but I've looked and I can't find them anywhere. Absolutely hopeless.
Who are we going to blame? Because I often blame you when you're not here. So
I know
let's
you
blame
do.
Sarah.
I know you do.
Let's
Should we blame Sarah? Yeah, we'll blame Sarah.
It's because I think you got the resilience to take it. You see, Debbie, it's a compliment. The Constitution, that's what I was looking for.
Is that what you?
That's
is that the word you're looking for?
You've got a strong constitution.
Right, so all I'm going to do, Joe, is I'm just taking these pieces out here. So let's pop that out. If you were paper piecing, and I'm going to talk about that in a moment, don't be throwing any of those bits away. However, because I am doing a different colour, I can with that one, or I could bag them up and save them for another time. But look at that beautiful filigree design running it down the edge of the card. Even that on its own looks absolutely beautiful.
Do you know what it reminds me of, Debbie?
What does it remind you of,
Beauty
Joe?
and the Beast.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Oh, I love that.
That was my Angela Lansbury impression, just in case you're wondering.
Well, do you know what, Joe? I thought that was a fantastic impression. And can I just tell you something? It's one of my favourite ever Disney films ever.
What do we think about the remake?
I actually love it. The film version, I love. It's got Emma Watson in Auntie and that wonderful actor, Welsh actor.
Scottish one, you mean?
No, he's Welsh.
Who's there's a
He's
Scottish
Welsh.
guy in it as well?
Oh!
Let us know in the comments.
Somebody help me out. He's wonderful. He's just done a drama on ITV. Oh,
the guy
my
from Strain
me.
Potting? Strain Potting, what is that? Train Spotting is also in it. What's Strain Potting? Who knows? What's
Luke
his name,
Evans,
Johnny?
Luke Evans, thank you.
Luke Evans.
Thank you, Johnny. It is Luke Evans. Yeah.
I don't know who the one
just
from
a
Strain
wonderful
Potting is.
actor. Right, Joe. Let me just explain the little fast forward technique that I've just done. You've just seen me cut this down and bring that beautiful design in. What I've just done now is I've just added a little bit of acetate to the back. So I've just stuck it on with my tape pen and measured it to size. So I've just trimmed that down, but I've just popped this on and literally now I've got all this to act as a place because obviously it's without anything behind it apart from pattern cardstock or in Debbie's case, Debbie's lovely inky hands. You could pop something like that at the back of there. However, I want to be able to do this paper piecing technique that I've done. Now you can do things like, now we've just done some beautiful inky backgrounds. And that's exactly what you could do. You could take your inky backgrounds like I've done here, and now we're going to do a bit of paper piecing. Now, I've already pre-popped these on, pre-sprayed, because I wanted to speed it up, but it is the waste bits. So all of those bits are the waste from a piece of cardstock, like the patterned piece of cardstock. Can you imagine what it would look like if it were cut out of something like that?
Oh, Debbie.
Wouldn't that look sensational, having that cut out? But it would be all the waste pieces that you keep for that piece, if that makes sense. And then you're going to do things like use your tacky glue that's decanted into a bottle, or do what I've done, and I've literally run this through my Xyron. So when I just bring this in, all I'm going to do now is match each one, and because I've got the acetate there, Joe, it acts as the base to be able to keep that on. So I'm going to start filling all these pieces in here, Joe, just to and this is how you do all your paper
problem,
piecing.
Debbie. I'll do a bit of gossip if that's all right.
You do salacious gossip.
Fabulous. I love that word, you know, salacious. It's a good one, isn't it?
It is.
The colours are gorgeous. A lot of these people still talking about Debbie's foam technique as well. Kelly Barbarich says, I can't wait to get my pots and get inky. I love the effect. Susan says, guess what, folks? My Gemini Junior has just been delivered. Now I can go and play. Susan, what are you going to play with first? Do let me know. Lynn says, I love the shaving foam technique, but I think I'd have to wear gloves. All that in over my hands would drive me insane. You can wear gloves. I'm imagining, Debbie,
You can wear gloves. Yeah. Absolutely you can.
Sonia says, those are the bomb.com brushes. I've used mine. Give them a little wash and they'll work like new again. Talking about the hero tool there with Sonia. Wendy says, got the Aquatints collection, so going to try the shaving foam technique. Let us know how you get on, Wendy. Yolanda says, I need to use the Edgeable dies more often. Michelle's loving the Edgeables. Yolanda is loving all of those finished cards that have been done with the Edgeables. And Mary Pat says, those Edgeables are great because they have so many different possibilities. Liz McLean is saying, hi, from a very chilly -2 in Aberdeen, Scotland.
Ooh. Ooh.
Now, Margie is on the Treasure Coast in Florida, which sounds like it might be a bit warmer to me. Definitely a bit warmer. The gorgeous Joy in New York says, I love these Edgeables, as does Yolanda. Yolanda is saying it would be nice to have a craft along on the Edgeables at some point. I think that is without a doubt going to happen, Yolanda. I know that the craft along has been so well received here at Crafters TV. We've got one tomorrow with me and Craig, and we're going to be focusing on the... What we focus on tomorrow? The what? It's the stacked easels, yeah. Sorry, I was about to say it was the easels, but Johnny, I'm going to throw you under the bus here. Johnny said it was the stacked Edgeables. And
I actually got excited then, because I thought, have we got a new product out that I don't know about?
Wow, that's Johnny's idea. TM, trademark. Stacked easels tomorrow is too many E's apparently. Deborah says, I love that paper from the shaving cream. Would be beautiful paper pieces in that rose. It's almost like you and her are in tune, Debbie, because you both said exactly the same thing.
Exactly.
Dieta, she loves paper pieces, says it's so relaxing and the results are amazing, especially with mirror card. Do you know what I love to see it done with? Debbie.
What do you like to see it done with?
Mirror and then glitter, but all in the same colour. You know, from our luxury cardstock packs.
Oh, yeah.
Just so many options, isn't there?
Absolutely there is. There's so many ways you can do them. And like I said, even if, because some people, I know a lot of people, paper piecing, they find a little bit, what's the word? So some people would find it a little bit too much for them. Fiddly and finicky, but I love it. I just think the technique it creates. And I mean, obviously you could do this without doing the paper piecing, because you could actually just colour your cardstock behind each one. So you could take your things like, your sparkle inks. You could colour in the background. You could make a white background and then colour this in. Oh, now that's an idea. Why didn't I think of that one? Where you could use your sparkle inks. or you could do things like your colouring mediums, so any of your Spectrum alcohol pens, anything you wanted to do, create it. But I mean, look how it's coming together. It's just taken me a couple of minutes. I know I've already pre-done this and pre-backed it, but you could use things like an adhesive on the back as well to pop that on, so you could die cut it out using our double-sided adhesive. But I love this. I mean, it's coming together really beautifully, and it really does stand out now. It's absolutely glorious. So yeah, there's lots of ways you're going to be able to do this. Paper piecing is a really lovely one to do. It really is, Joe, because the result is just phenomenal when it's done. It's absolutely gorgeous, and I love it. And I'm nearly done with this one, Joe, and then we'll put the card together. So again,
gorgeous. Sonia says she loves Beauty and the Beast, and she loved the remake as well. Very few films really where I think the remake sort of matches or is as good or better than the original.
I'll be totally honest, when I heard them saying they were doing it, Joe, I was like, oh no, because it is my favourite Disney film, and I was like, I just thought, no, it's not going to be good, and I was absolutely blown away with it. I watched it 3 times back to back.
Do you know what? That's a good talking point now, Debbie. How many films can you name in the comments where the remake was as good or better than the original? Now, there's a thinking one for you to get gossiping with. That is absolutely gorgeous. Question about the construction of that card there. Someone was asking me about the acetate. Yes, so Evelyn says, so on the open side of the rose, do you have a straight-edged piece of acetate?
Yes, so I put a straight pick. That's it. Yeah, I probably can't see it in the camera light.
There we go, you can see that now.
Yeah, can you see it? And I've just used my curving tool, do you know, my little curving trimmer. It's off one of our old trimmers that we used to do, and I've just curved around the edges just to give it a nice little neat finish there. But what I'm just going to do now is I'm going to pop on a piece of the matching cardstock here. So again, you could use things like that, the techniques that we've just done. That's going to add as a little strip, and I'm going to pop on here. I'm going to place a little bit of tape around it as well.
Debbie, I think we might have a contender for demo of the week here, you know.
Really?
Oh yeah, I think it's gorgeous.
Thank you. Thank you. It is a lovely technique, Joe. I really do enjoy this one. But yeah, it's a fabulous technique. So I'm just wrapping a bit of ribbon round there, Joe. So again, just pop a little bit of ribbon, and then I can pop that onto the base as well. So let me just bring that across. There we go.
We think it's cold here, Debbie. Suzette, it's going to be minus 22 tonight where she lives in Canada. Minus 22 degrees Celsius.
You're kidding.
Oh.
Wait a minute. My brain can't comprehend that.
No, minus 22 degrees C.
Minus 22? How cold would that be?
Marisol is in New York. It's only going to be 12 degrees, but that's Fahrenheit. I'm going to work out what that is in Celsius, Debbie.
Yep. Work that out for us, Joe. Work that out for us.
Oh, minus 11 degrees Celsius.
You see, that is cold. That is really cold. I'm not going to lie. That is really, really cold.
Margie, on the other hand, in Florida, said, Joe, it's so warm here, shorts and T-shirts, and I'm doing my crafting outdoors.
What?
I mean, it blows my mind that in the same country, it can be a minus 11 degrees in one bit, and it can be like 25 degrees in the other bit.
You're kidding.
It's bonkers, isn't it?
Oh my days, that's crazy. Now, all I wanted to do on there, Joe, was add something just to make that pop a little bit, but I'll probably find something later. So for now, you could just add a little sentiment. Oh, wait a minute, have I got sentiments on the show today? Oh no, we had them on earlier, didn't we? Oh, I tell you what, any sentiment would look really nice on there, and just anything to make that pop at the back, but I'm quite happy leaving that there because it's quite a striking one. But just pop a little sentiment on, and again, that beautiful paper piecing looks incredible when it's done. It really, really does. There it is. I found my finished card. Joe, what am I like? I'm thinking, what have I done with my finished card? I know I've got it somewhere. It were here right at the side of me. But ain't that lovely when you do add your sentiments and add a little bit, I've just added a little bit of gold at the back there to make that pop. But how fabulous does that look? It looks absolutely beautiful when it's done.
Really gorgeous. Really so what one are we putting? You're going to put that one in the card of the week?
Yeah, I put that one in because that's my finished one.
Fantastic. We'll be voting on your favourite creation of Debbie's in this show, which will go on to the Cabinet of Creativity, and we'll vote on Sunday. Sarah won the first one of February, which is fantastic. Very busy on those Mon-shaped Edgeables, so do grab those. Let's move on to the Debby Fishables, because we absolutely adore these. Same concept as the Edgeable you've just seen, as all Edgeables are in essence, but what we've got here now is, rather than sort of design, you've got a design and the word in here as well. And again, offers you plenty of options, because it means that you can paper piece back in, as we spoke about a moment ago, play around with inky backgrounds under there. You can do all the same concepts that you can do with all of our Edgeables. You've got good luck, hello, with love, thank you, best wishes, thinking of you, happy birthday, and Cliff Richard's favourites, congratulations. The great thing about these is you get 8 of them. Check out that price. 8 of them, £38. That's less than £5 per die set, which is incredible. You're getting 8 of them for £57. So what's that? That's about less than $15 per die set. However, of course, if you're a Club Inspire Platinum member, £30 is what you'd be looking at, or $45. Means Club Inspire Platinum members are saving more than they're spending. In fact, I think Gold members are probably also saving more than they're spending as well, which is incredible. These have always been so busy. I believe as well, for the first time in a long time, Debbie, 8 is a full set. I can't remember seeing all 8 of them in stock for a really, really long time. So if you've been waiting, maybe you want to pick and choose and just top up your collection, then absolutely you can. $7.99 or $11.99 individually, if you'd like to grab them individually, which is awesome. We're going to go on to make a statement. I'm just going to grab them from under here. Let me just show you these. So these are awesome. I'm just going to go through a couple for you, because I want you to see what the concept is of these, which is brilliant. So let me bring that in. I'm running out of room, Johnny. I don't know what's happened. I had all the room. It's because I've got so many beverages back here. That's why, honestly. I'm running out. I need snacks as well. I definitely have no room whatsoever. So any 3 of these for £15 or $20. The great thing is what you get is, so you get this, so you get the letter, and you've got amazing. But then what you've also got is the different bits and bobs that you need to finish that off, as you can see here. So again, with this one, for instance, with the B, you've got baby, which is your main stamp. Then you'll also see inside, what you've also then got is the new boy, new girl. We should have had shark really in there, shouldn't we? We should have had, you've got congratulations here, and then also you can customise that with huge to you. So you see how you can build it up. You can pare it back, or you can make it something a bit more full. We've got every letter apart from M at the moment. So 2 the best, 4 is special. Dad, I'm just going to do one more because you get the concept. I'll tell you what, I'll whiz through the letters so you can see the theme of each one. So you've got, let me do it like this so it'll be better then for you. 1 second. Let me just get just chat amongst yourselves. Happy, imagine, you've got joy in here, kisses, love. We've also, M's gone, I am sorry. You've also got note, 1, you've got perfect, queen, you could have perfect, maybe you've got a perfect queen in your life. We've got relax, we've also got special, thanks. So you see, we'll definitely have to use it together. Unique, very, wonderful, XXX. You've also got, or kiss, kiss, kiss is what I think that says. You've also got you, and you've got zest. You've got Mr. and Mrs. There you are. Fantastic. There you go. Sorry, it's tickled me. I don't know why. Well, that's funny. So childish, aren't I? Honestly, so childish. Debbie looks at me. She just tuts and rolls her eyes half the time, don't you, Debbie? $5.99. She did actually tut there. You missed it. $5.99 if you're in the UK. $7.99 if you're in the US. Any 3 of them, £15 or $20. If you bought any 3 platinum members, you get another £3 off, so £12 or £12 or $16 for free, which I think is absolutely awesome. Do grab those. Really busy. Let me see what you're chatting around in the cupboard, in the comments. Everything Debbie does is always gorgeous and so hard to decide a card of the show, says Diane. How lovely is that? AIM says as well, beautiful card. Marilyn says, Edgeable card is a showstopper. Jean says, Debbie, you have knocked it out of the park with that fabulous card. Deborah says, we will be with wind chill factor -40 this week in Iowa. -40 with a wind chill. OMG. goodness. Ange says, love that car. Love that we can stay in the same country and go to a warm place during the winter. It's minus 15 here today in northern Indiana. Planning a little trip to Florida in a few weeks. Susan Rushers, it says it's supposed to be 21 degrees Celsius here. Honestly. Joy Sampson says how gorgeous that card is. Francine says she can never find anything on her crafty table. And Karen says it's going to be 82 degrees Fahrenheit here today in Spring Hill. I think that's like late 20s Celsius, which is very, very warm. We're very jealous. And Heidi says, I have all the word Edgeables and I use them more often than any other die. I'm always making a last minute card and these work perfectly. Teresa's saying, I will not buy these. I will not buy these. Teresa's definitely going to buy them, is what I deduce from that. Lots you can do, though, with these maker statements, aren't there, Debbie?
Well, there is, because an alphabet is a fantastic thing to have. However, a lovely play on the words that we've done with these is that you can just cherry pick one or two of those letters because you don't have to have the whole set if you don't want to. I'm going to show you a few things as to why you would need the whole set because that's the kind of thing you can do. You can use them as a separate alphabet on their own. However, they do have this lovely stamp feature. So things like home decor, I adore this one. I adore this because it's a mixture of lots of things from our flower forming. But you've got this where you've got your mister, we've got the ampersand there as well, gorgeous delicate detail as well as that lovely matte and layer, and then the stamps to be able to create. But I absolutely love these. Look at this. Hello, gorgeous. Oh, gorgeous. I love it's
Love
just
it.
a gorgeous one. Oh, pardon the pun. It's just a gorgeous card, that one. But look at this. Think of the other things that you've got now. I love this one. We're instantly drawn to it because obviously with everything that's been going off in the events of the worldwide, this is a great one. It just says what you need it to say. That capital T cut out, die cut and stamp behind there, and then the word thanks stamped. And again, stamping means you can do lots of things from just stamping with quick dry inks, you can stamp with your pigment inks and do a little bit of heat embossing, but they are all fabulous. Look at these, all of them, they're all fabulous, they really, really are. And again, just lovely to have. Now, I can't show that one because we haven't got the M available at the moment, however, you don't need all of them. You could just cherry pick a few of them that you want at the minute to be able to create some lovely techniques because this is how they come to you. And this is what I love about them. So cherry picking or having the whole lot is entirely up to you. Now, this one is fabulous. This is the die, so that creates that lovely die. But then you have got the matching stamp. Now, I'm going to hold this up against, let's just hold this up against there so you can see how it works. So you've got your friend that you could stamp out as it is. You could use your F for the background and then delicately put over the beautiful die cut over the top. But then you've got all this, and this is what I love about it, Joe, that bit where you can add to it if you wanted to, or just spell out your word with an F there. So again, it's really fabulous. So I'm going to do that because I'm going to do a friend, and I'm going to do this for you, Joe, because you love your shaker cards.
I love a shaker card.
I thought I'm going to do a little bit where I'm incorporating both, bit for you and then a shaker bit element, and obviously you're a wonderful friend too.
So thank you, Debbie.
Let's start with the die cut piece first. So I'm going to bring this out first, and again, ooh, am I allowed to pinch the mini off the back?
Are you allowed to pinch what?
Will anybody notice if I sliver this way without killing myself?
What are you doing? Oh, go for the Gemini. Why are you crouched down? What I didn't get was why you...
Because I thought you'd take camera away and I could... So I thought no one will notice if I go like that. Nobody will notice. Does it... You just watched me...
Macaroons! Macaroons! Oh, I fell over the box.
So, Joe, you see, you've got to be careful when you leave things lying around in there.
No.
I've realised I've got down this end, I've got all my sparkle, including that box, so I'm being really careful what I'm doing. But these are fabulous, honestly, these are fabulous dies. And they're absolutely gorgeous. Whether you want to personalise something with the die element itself or use the whole of it together, honestly, Joe, they're fantastic. And anybody starting out in crafting, what a great little, I'm going to put it there, no one will notice. What a great set of alphabets to have to get yourself started. Like I said, even if you just want to try them, just get the one. Try just the one. But honestly, they're just fabulous. I love them. I absolutely love them. They're so versatile. So many ways you can use them as well. Spell out what you want to spell with your alphabet. But the fact that they've got the stamp as that extra bit, I just think is fantastic. I love them. Absolutely love them. Right,
Really,
so I'm just
really
going to poke out the rest of my little pieces there, Joe.
Just to say, a few of you were having trouble adding the modern shaped Edgeables into your basket and checking them out. There was a little bit of a glitch with the website. If you were trying to order them but you couldn't, rest assured it's fixed now. So if they are in your baskets, you can check them out. If you were struggling to add it to your basket, it is there now ready to go. So absolutely try again if you were having any issues. I know it wasn't affecting all of you, but some of you were struggling there for a moment.
Right, Joe, so I've now got my F upside down, but I'll put that there. But what I'm going to do is, rather than use the stamp, I can use the stamp and create a background. But I thought, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to use a little bit of scrap of paper that I've got. I'm going to use some of our fabulous cardstock, mirror cardstock, and I'm just going to take my scissors and cut around it, because that's another thing you can do. So to talk about versatility, aren't these versatile ways that you can use them? They are absolutely fabulous. I honestly adore these. One of my favourite alphabets that we've ever done. And that's a bold statement because we've done some crackers of lately, absolute crackers. But this, I never forget these because these are just so lovely to use and versatile because you've got the stamp element as well as the die cut, which I just think is great. And personalisation in card making or home decor will never go away. It's something we'll always do. So an alphabet is something that's going to last you for a long, long time. So now you can see I've got my lovely F there around there. Oh, I've got to just sit. Let me just tidy that up, Joe. I'm not happy there. Just tidy that up a little bit. There we go. So I've got that backed up there. But again, like I said, that F there, the stamp, is perfectly designed to fit over the lovely detail. Can you see that there? Lovely. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp out using the stamp elements. So again, I'm just going to take this off. Just going to grab a stamping platform. Oh, they're nice and clean, Joe. They're nice and clean. I know that if Jan's been here, they'll be spotless. If Debbie Fisher's been here, they'll be filthy. Because they'll be all sticky, Joe. They'll be all sticky. Now, because you are
that paper pad, Debbie, you had earlier, the contemporary watercolour one.
Yes.
Oh, we've got it on the show. I've got a load of paper pads actually, and I'll whiz through them all after this demonstration, if you like.
Absolutely fantastic. I love that. Well, I'm going to be using one of them later, Joe. I'm going to be using one later as a little backdrop. But all I'm going to do now, Joe, is literally just stamp this up. And let me grab a piece of paper. Let's just pop that down and give that a nice little stamp. And you're probably thinking, well, that says for a special rend. But it's not going to, because all I'm going to do is just chop this up. So all I've just done is taken my scissors and gone around that to free those two bits up. Because what you're going to do is you're going to place the F in front of there. Isn't that lovely? So let's put this together, Joe. Let's get this together.
Don't take the F off though, because it won't make sense.
No, it wouldn't if that was just left there. I mean, but when you pop it together, look how fabulous that looks. So I'm going to pop this on now onto my card. So I've taken a card blank, and I say a card blank, it's an 8x8 because I absolutely adore my big cards. I've used some stamping card for this. I've got my black matte cardstock. I've also taken a piece of white stamping card and just put a ribbon round there.
Oh, gorgeous.
And I've taken some gorgeous paper, and I think this was from the... I want to say the Lily collection or Garden of Love. Garden of Love. It was the Garden of Love, that one. That's that paper pad. I remembered that one, Joe. I'd never go up against
I actually said Rose Garden, but I meant Rose Gold.
Yeah, did you now then?
Yeah, I get them confused. See, Rose Garden, Rose Gold.
No, this one's definitely Garden of Love.
Okay.
That's your fault, Joe.
Got there in the end. Between us, we'll get there, Debbie. Joy says, Debbie, looking gorgeous as always. She also says, oh, good gravy, Deb. That baby card.
It's
I think she
gorgeous.
loves it.
Yeah.
It is really lovely, isn't it? Debbie, you're so funny, says Kay. Mary says, Debbie, you're priceless. I just love Debbie, says Tina Miller. She's so funny. Good morning, crafty friends. Here from snowy... I always get this one wrong. Seward, Alaska. What time is it in Alaska? What's the time? Is it West Coast time in Alaska? Let me know, Cheryl. I bet it's freezing there, though, in Alaska. I'd love to go to Alaska, Debbie.
Would you? Is that where it's really cold?
Yeah, on a cruise.
On a cruise, yeah, as long as the cruise was warm.
Drinking a lot of hot chocolate with Baileys in it.
Oh, sign me up.
Yeah.
Sign me up now. Sign me up now, Joe. That's definitely up my street, that one. Right, so what I was doing here, I'll just explain. I've just used one of our, do you know our nesting dies? It's one of our nesting dies to create myself a little bit of an aperture. I've put some foam on a roll at the back of there, so and some acetate. So when you do this, and the stages that you do it in, now I did have my stages because I thought I'll just quickly explain. When you've done your die cut, take your acetate and pop it at the back, and then put the foam on a roll on the back once it's attached to create that end. But what I'm going to do is put some sprinkles in there. So I've taken some beautiful gold sequins that we've got, and again you'll find these on the website because we do an array of colours, and I'm going mad this time, Joe, using loads, popping loads in there. I'm going to flatten them out a little bit though, just until, because I did hear a lovely tip that our Jan shared with everybody about making sure that nothing sticks to here, which was by using the, she used her anti-static bag to take off that stickiness so that they wouldn't stick to it. And I think somebody else said do a tumble dryer sheet, if I remember rightly. Yeah, there's lots of great ideas that you get from fellow craft experts and of course from our wonderful crafting community that we have here at Crafters Companion. So I'm just going to pop that on and trap my sprinkles inside. There we go, I think that's about straight. I'm using Charlotte's camera work as a little ruler there, as a little guide. But now you can see I've got all my shaker elements in there moving around. So what I'm just going to do now is place my F onto there. And I think I might use, I'm going to use some 3D Kalal glue. Got no posh, calling it by its real name. There we go. So I'm going to pop that on there. And then I'm going to bring in my...
This is a fabulous card, Debbie.
Do you like this one, Joe? This is just for you, my lovely. Just for you. I designed this with you in mind.
Thank you.
So again, just pop that underneath there. So for a... Where's me gone? There it is. For a special...
I've got a gold sequin top, which is exactly that colour, you know.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, perfect. It's going to match perfectly. There we go. So for a very special friend...
Oh,
there
I love
you go. And a lovely shaker element just for you, Joe. Just
Brilliant.
for you.
Thank you so much. That is absolutely gorgeous. And something that you're going to be able to do for all of those. Remember as well, a really lovely sort of try me price for this range or deal. Any three of them for £15. That is £12 as a platinum member, or $20, which is $16 as a platinum member. Or of course you can get them individually, as you can see. They're $5.99 or $7.95 if you want to get your hands on those. Teresa says she also wants to go on a cruise to Alaska. So on the bucket list, maybe we could go together. Maybe you could come as well, Debbie. Especially if there's going to be, do you know what there is on a cruise, which I love, Debbie?
What's that?
Afternoon tea every day.
Oh.
It's like an extra meal that you didn't know you needed. It's perfect. Pamela's managed to get her hands on those modern Edgeables. I'm glad you managed to get yourself checked out. Hannah says, I think Debbie is giving Craig a run for his money with those mats and layers. Oh, yeah. Joy says, shake a card in the comments. Absolutely, it's a shaker card. Very, very busy across absolutely all of them. Shall I, oh, yes. Oh, it's that time. I love this bit of the show because I love it when the lovely people that build these shows whack a load of paper pads on the... Ready? Oh, that's a good sound when it comes to paper pads, isn't it? Now, contemporary watercolour. Now, this is the one that we talked about that Debbie had used earlier in one of the demonstrations. Was it the demo that won the demo of the show? No, it wasn't. Oh, no. Johnny. We got... No, oh, no, it's fine, but... Oh, there we go. We're fine. We're all right, guys. Crisis averted. Now, this is great because you've got the contemporary watercolour one. It's one of those that's got the topper sheets in the back. So you've got 4 sheets of the toppers, which are awesome. They're lovely, like tag-size toppers. But I love this. This... I want a shirt that's made out of that, please. That's exact colour and pattern and stripage, please. That would be lovely. And then you've got on the opposite, you've got the pattern. Here, maybe you've got a bit of faux inky sort of background. Then with the reverse pattern. That's the pad. That's the paper that you used, Debbie, wasn't it, for your earlier demonstration?
Yep.
That one just there, sort of the poppies, really gorgeous. And then we've got some really lovely greens, some more traditional florals, some real ditzy florals in here. I love that pink stripe as well. It's gorgeous, that candy stripe. Very, very nice. You've got actually the same sort of thing in several... That was the other paper you used, Debbie, that we couldn't think of. You know the other one we were saying we couldn't identify it on your demo earlier?
Oh,
pretty sure it was that one there. So contemporary watercolour is your friend if you want to do it. $17.99 or $22.95. Right, this one. Love this one, Best of British, a very, very recent launch, this one. 180 GSM, 12 by 12, 48 sheets, double-sided. With this one, so these are not toppers in the back. Let me just go back a page, just to show you. So these are not toppers, they're double-sided, they're papers. But the idea is that you cut them down. So if you've got your guillotines, what you do is you cut them down, so you can see like postcards you've almost got here. This one's got loads of banners for you as well, so lots of elements that you can snip down and use. You've got some very contemporary imagery in here, some classic imagery. I mean, that just reminds me of the tennis at Wimbledon, that one. Eating strawberries and cream. Gorgeous. Some polka dots in here as well, some stripes. The bunting is lovely, the florals are gorgeous, it is really lovely. A good mix of styles and colours and tones in this one as well, which is brilliant. So you've got that. We've also got the Everyday Celebrations for you, which is a lovely kind of pastel cardstock. Great for all of your different celebrations. 180 GSM this one, 48 sheets in here as well. Very gorgeous, playful colours again in there. Oh, yes. Oh, and the next one. Oh, I think I've got to show you the woodland one, and after that I'm going to show you my favourite ever page in a paper pad. The woodland one is gorgeous. It goes with our Woodland Friends Nature's Garden collection. Look at that. I mean, if you're a fussy cutter, that's a fussy cutter's dream as far as I'm concerned. You've got some great backgrounds in here as well. Some really nice repeating patterns, lots of florals, lots of lovely sort of spring and autumn tones in here as well. It's a gorgeous, that is beautiful. It's almost a bit Roman, isn't it? Or Grecian, is that the right word? I think so. There we are. So you've got that one. Then this one. If you're going to go for any one of these paper pads, let this be the one you go for, because I adore this one. Great price on it as well, $14.99 and $17.95, 48 sheets, but it's got my favourite ever sheet in a paper pad in it. And I'll show you which one it is. It is that one. I just love that one. It goes beautifully with the staycation Stampin' Dies, but you can use it without. I think as a background on something like an 8x8 card, it is absolute perfection, that. Some really lovely repeating patterns. This one's gorgeous as well, with that wooded theme. There's lots and lots in there for you. Really gorgeous, 48 sheets there, $14.99 or $17.95. So they are all of our fabulous ink pads. They're not ink pads, are they, Joe? They're paper pads. Fabulous paper pads that we've got on the show for you today, if you want to be going for some of those. Right, I'm going to pop that over there. Loads of you chatting away with me today. Teresa says, yes, that works, Joe, with regards to the cruise. She's up for that, is our Teresa. Fantastic. Marilyn says, Debbie is a queen. Her cards are amazing. Get that woman a crown, that's what I say. Sharon says, I'm in for Alaska. It is one of the few states I've not visited. Terry's not been to Alaska either. Oh no, Terry has been on Alaska on a cruise. She absolutely loved it. Samantha says she can definitely see me in a shirt made from that paper pad. I mean, maybe I need to speak to Bernie. Joe says an Alaskan cruise on our bucket list. I say Crafter's Companion should do a crafting cruise, or it's been spoken about many times before. And Joy says, yes, CC Craft Cruise, all in capitals. And Aisha's letting me know she got that quintessentially English pad yesterday. It is beautiful, and she loves the silver foil. So glad you're enjoying the show. So glad you love all the products that are on this show. Remember, if you've got any questions whatsoever as we go through, it is Creative Craving, so it is the sort of one chance you get. Well, you get multiple chances, but a great chance to answer a load of questions or get any questions you have answered. It's also a great opportunity for you to share your inspiring pictures with us, and Karen has done exactly that. Well, this was in our launch day earlier. Look at that. I love the blue eye.
Oh, beautiful. Love that one, Karen.
Gorgeous.
Absolutely gorgeous.
Really, really lovely.
Beautiful.
We've also got some more for you. Joy sent these in, the lovely Joy Sampson. Look at her batch making. Look at her go, Debbie.
Oh my days, Joy, you have been busy. My goodness, they are beautiful. And again, look at how I mean, I bet Joy didn't spend a long time on them, but look how stunning they are, because they're such a great dye. You can create I mean, Joy's done some beautiful ones there. Let me come up close so I can have a quick peek at that.
Come closer,
Let me come close so I can see. Yeah, I mean, how beautiful she's used those. And that butterfly, is gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous.
Absolutely.
Joy, they are stunning, stunning cards.
Absolutely gorgeous. We need to get you some varifocals, I think, Debbie, you know. Karen sent this one into us, which is absolutely awesome. Gorgeous. Did that for her birthday, that one.
I love that one. A mix as well of the double-sided dice too. It's absolutely fabulous. Absolutely
beautiful.
fabulous.
I just done the rose. Look at that gorgeous rose.
Who's done this one?
Julia's done this one.
Oh, I love that one.
Taylor's
You see,
oldest time.
that looks like a little bit of paper piece in there. From what I can see, but absolutely stunning. Absolutely stunning.
Really
gorgeous.
Really gorgeous. Love those. Keep sending your pictures into us. We'd love to see them. I think they look absolutely fabulous. Now, let me take you through the Sparkle Inks, which is awesome. So, details here on your screen. It's Sparkle Ink, liquid ink 30 mils. This is a perfect pastel. Let's go with actually, you know what? I'll grab the perfect pastels first. There we go. So your perfect pastels, which is that one just there, as you can see. Then we've also got in here as well Falling Leaves. This is just a selection. There's actually 8 to choose from. I've got 5 swatch cards here for you. You've got the Summertime, which is that one just there. We also have the Winter Warmers, which is brilliant. And then you've also got this one just here, which is your Glitz and Glamour. Johnny calls out the, right, well, I'll let you know what happens there, right? Johnny calls out the numbers that refer to the details on your screen. He tells Charlotte what the number is, and then Charlotte presses the button that changes the product description. And I should have said at the end there, this is Glitz and Glamour, and Johnny said just before I said it, 1.2 please on the graphic, so I went, this is 1.2. There you go. Breaking the fourth wall, they call this. I know, it's revolutionary. We could put the camera in there if we wanted to. Susan would love a crafting cruise. Pamela Evans says crafting cruise, crafting cruise, crafting cruise. Joy thinks I'd look good in a Hawaiian shirt. I think we leave that to the hottie Scotty, don't we? He loves a Hawaiian shirt. Princess Cruises does afternoon tea, and they go to Alaska, but not till summer 2022. Let's get it booked in. Sarah says, I've been to Alaska on a cruise for a honeymoon. It was amazing. Oh, I would love to go on a cruise. Right. Loads still to share with you. Still got 40. Where's the last hour and 20 minutes gone? It just flies by, doesn't it? But loads still to share with you. What would you like to share with us next, Debbie?
Well, do you know what? I did it a real what's the right word? Well, I'm trying to think of the right word, Joe, because my words are just failing me at the minute. But I didn't do it a proper injustice. Is that the right word? Wrong word? To show you how gorgeous these cards can be made using the Sparkle ink pots. So I wanted to share some samples with you so that you can actually see, to really showcase how fantastic these are. So look at this background one. Now, again, taking it into all your different, I mean, this was one of our, I'm going back a while when we launched these, which was do you know what's they called? Oh. What's the word for these?
Horoscopes?
Signs.
Star signs?
Star signs. We did the star sign ones, but look how gorgeous that background's been created using look at me, Salt Technique background. That's what we've got drying down at the back. Look at how beautiful that Salt Technique one is there. Simply paint with them. Use your backgrounds and then paint with them, and do your things like your stamping with all your stamps that you have in your collection. I don't know what's wrong with me today, Joe. My words aren't coming out right.
Oh, I won't worry about it, Debbie. I talk absolute waffle most of the time.
Well, it's exactly what comes out of my mouth is waffle the whole time. You can do things like your bokeh technique on the background where you create this beautiful background. You can literally just take strips of cardstock. You can just literally do a background and then stamp over it. You can use it as a stencil in the background there. Simply have a colour wash and stamp a few images on. Again, do some colouring with your stamps, with your heat emboss techniques. Why not die cut with them and use them in your die cuts as well? Look how beautiful that one is, Joe. I'm just going to have to bring this one out. Excuse me a minute while it's stuck together. But look how gorgeous that background there is using those Sparkle ink pots. They are absolutely incredible. And again, really, really lovely to use. So I'm just going to put that back in there because I thought we'd do a couple of more techniques, if I may. I'm just going to put these down here for a second. If I may, with the Sparkle pens. I did say I'd promised doing some of that string pull, and I'll try that. I don't always have the best results, but we'll give it a go. We'll give it a go. We'll give it a go. But I'm going to do a bit of stamping first, because I did say you can colour with them. You can paint and colour all your stamped images in with them. You can do all your backgrounds. I've touched on a couple of backgrounds that you can do with them as well. But you can do some stamping with it too. So I've brought in my stamping mat. I've got I'm blowing everything down there. Hang on a minute, let me put that back up there, get my card back up. But all you need to do again, and you can see straight away the ink, the glitter is settled at the bottom. So what you need to do is give it a nice gentle swirl. Now if I just put this up close to my microphone, is it microphone? Yeah, that's the word. I've only been in job 2 years, Joe. I've only been in 2 years. I can't even work out what that is. You give it a nice little swirl around. Don't go too mad doing like a big old shake because...
Don't do your shake, shake,
yeah,
shake.
just a nice little swirl. I'm not doing full body twist like you, Joe. I'll end up tripping over myself.
Get me dizzy.
But literally, you just give them a nice little swirl to gently wake up that beautiful ultra-fine glitter that's at the bottom in with that gorgeous liquid ink. The colours on these are just stunning. But I've taken a stamp. So I've taken one of my butterfly stamps. Now, this should work with any of your stamps. But if you were trying a new stamp out, I would give it a little prime. And I might have to because I've pinched this from the back. Don't tell anybody.
Pinch it from where?
I couldn't find Jake. I was looking for Jake. And I couldn't find him because I was looking for a grey, do you know, a grey stamp from Leanne's stash that she has hidden somewhere. A rubber stamp. And I couldn't find her. He'll be
Don't worry, Leanne's in tomorrow. I'm not the sort of person to grass you up, Debbie.
Don't grass me up. I've pinched a stamp out of one that boxes it back. Shh. I've grassed myself up. I've just grassed myself up, haven't I? I don't know why I bothered.
Up?
Too honest. I'm too honest.
Too honest for your own good.
Oh, well, it'll be fine. But yeah, you might need to prime it. So I'm just looking for my... Hang on a minute, Joe. Hang on a minute. Wait
until we do the craft box show tomorrow, and someone's going, I'm sure there was a stamp in. There's just a stamp in here somewhere.
Is there a butterfly stamp on with Leanne tomorrow?
Don't know. Don't think so.
Is he winding me up?
I don't know. Johnny's winding me up, and I'm winding you up.
Do you know? I'll let him off. Right, I'm just going to take my brush because you can do this with your stamps. A grey mounted stamp, you know those grey unmounted ones are really good for this as well. But you can colour over your stamp, so let's give it a little...
Does it stay quite wet for a decent amount of time?
Yeah, absolutely,
okay.
absolutely.
It's not like the alcohol pens where you have to go really quick to get it stamped out.
No, not at all. I could have done with some clean water though, Joe, so it's my own fault for this bit. So I'm just going to pop on another colour.
Do you want me to get you some water?
I
get you clean water.
Yes,
you stay there.
So what I'm just going to carry on doing is I'm just literally colouring over the stamp. I'm taking a little bit onto my brush. I'll just use the two colours for this because I think these two colours are really lovely. But again, I'm just making sure it's all covered over and it does stay wet on that stamp. So what I'm just going to do now though is I'm just going to stamp the image and literally, that looks nice. I like that. Oh, I do like that. Thank you very much, my little. Oh, I love that as well. Look how gorgeous this is looking. I've still got lots of ink on there. So do you know what? I'm going to use it all up. I'm probably going to get into trouble because I'll be messing this up. I should have put a bit of paper behind there. However, I'm not worrying too much. I'm just going to put a little bit more on there, Joe. Love this. Love this. Promise you won't grass me up to Leanne tomorrow, will you? Are you working with Leanne? I don't know why I'm whispering. She's probably watching somewhere in her office. She could be watching, but don't grass me up about pinching this stamp, will you?
She's actually typing on WhatsApp.
No, she's not.
No, she's not.
You little devil. You little devil. But yeah, just pop a bit onto there, Joe, and then just continue to stamp. And again, I'm not worrying because I like this arty little look. This is the look that I was going for. And to show you, just again, how versatile they are. Now, I'm making myself a little bit of a background paper here, but... I mean, that in itself looks absolutely beautiful. Make sure you clean up your stamp though, and before Leanne gets in tomorrow, that's what I'll do, and then I'll put it back, and nobody will be none the wiser. Nobody will know, although they might guess.
No one will know.
They might guess with that. I'll just put that out of the way. Nobody need tell on me, will you?
Jean says,
keep my secret
Debbie,
safe.
you make my day. You are so funny and down to earth, and I just love you. How nice is that?
That is lovely. But you know, what you see is what you get with me. I always said from the very beginning when they first did, you know, when
it's more hilarious with those hands. What you see is what you get with me.
But it is, I can never change. That's the thing. I always remember.
Never change.
Honestly, when I first got the job, I was like, why would they want me on a TV screen anywhere with me lovely thick Yorkshire accent and the fact that I'm a bit ditzy and I am, this is what I love to do, but it's a lovely compliment, that, so thank you very much. I'll take that, I will. Now then, can we go back to this beautiful, look at this, look how gorgeous that is. I can already see the glitter coming through, but you can make it a little bit more arty by taking your water spritzer and you just give it a little spritz. Look. Little spritz, and it moves around, and it gives you a more artier feel.
Oh, it's a bit ethereal, isn't it?
Oh, honestly, this is one of my favourite techniques. I absolutely love doing this. I'm not going to go too mad because I don't want to take away from that beautiful butterfly. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in, let's just bring this in. I'm going to bring in my heat tool, and I'm going to dry that off, Joe.
Gorgeous.
And I've created a lovely little background piece that I could use. But the glitter, it's the glitter that does it for me every time I look at it. I just love it, absolutely love this. It's just a lovely another way that you can use your sparkle ink pots and you're creating something very quick. And think of all the stamps that you own in your collection, and you can create this with any stamp and a bit of water and a bit of that ink, because I didn't use much ink on there, to be fair. But look how gorgeous that's looking. I love this. Honestly, gorgeous. It's one of my favourites. And then again, like I said, I could take that now and use it as a background. Or I'm just going to fetch in a sample that somebody did something very similar. But look how beautiful that is. Created a background with the inks and then just popped on different colours to create something like that. And that's what you can do with these inks. It's very easily achieved. It's one of those easy achievable crafts. This is what I love about inks. So easy to do, so many
gorgeous.
things you can do. And when you can create lovely background papers like that, I mean, that's going to be used, let me tell you. I might have to share with you how I use that. But lots of lovely ways that you can use them. Do we have time to try the string pull?
Oh,
Shall
absolutely we do. Whilst you get ready
let's
for
do
that,
that one.
Hannah says, oh, Joe, you are terrible. Debbie, don't worry, we'll tell Leanne that it was Joe. But what you've got to remember, guys, is I read the comments out, you see. So how are you going to tell Leanne that it was me? I'm going to have to, flawed. I mean, you could message, actually, Leanne individually, personally, I'm sure. I no doubt people will now. Ange says, I love the technique, beautiful stamped image. Jean says, Debbie, you make my day. You're so funny, down to earth. Joy says, wow, I am doing this. Sharon says, apparently we crack her up, Debbie.
We crack her up.
We crack her up, yeah.
Oh, bless her.
Debbie, Sonia says, Debbie, I just absolutely love your shirt. And it looks beautiful with your hair. Very nice. Our crafty queen.
Aww.
And Lisa's saying she's going to try and paint the Northern Lights with these sparklings. I think that's a lovely idea.
Oh, she's got to share with us, and she does. Wow, beautiful that will look.
We were talking earlier about films that the sequels were better than the originals.
Yep.
I mean, it only took an hour, but we finally got one in. Melanie says, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. She enjoyed the remake more than the original.
No, stop. No. My kids would agree with that statement because they love the new version with Johnny Depp. Absolutely not. In my eyes, the original is the best. I still cry at the moment. Every single time I watch that film, I get all welled up and I get right teary when he opens it up and he finds his golden ticket. Oh, it cracks me up every single time. I love that film and I adore Gene Wilder, who played Willy Wonka.
Johnny just did his impression of the part in the film. Run home, Charlie. Run home, Charlie. That's what the newsagent says. He does indeed. Alice that was the moment Johnny realised he always was going to want to be a newsagent. Alice in Wonderland is another one, apparently, where the remake was better. And also, Melanie is in Norwich and Norfolk, where it's going to be -7 tonight. Johnny's ambition as a kid, after watching Auf Wiedersehen Pet, was that he wanted to be a bricklayer, apparently. There you go. If you don't know what Auf Wiedersehen Pet is, if you're in the US, you need to watch it. You just basically went to a building site with your mates, had a little bit of a chat, and went to the pub after, and that was peak for Johnny. That was peak life as far as he was considered. That was peak living. But now he's living the big time, producing live TV. Isn't that right, Johnny? Right, we need to move on before we get told off. Maxine says, just caught you, Debbie and Joe. Hello to everyone too. Love the sparklings, but still remember knocking over a tub just prior to going on the craft house with you, Debbie. Oh dear.
Do you know, I do that often. I've done that live on TV, let me tell you as well. And I covered the brand new. They'd only just painted them.
Was it in the?
They'd only just painted all the new tops, and Debbie spilt red all over the counter, live during a show, tried to mop it up, and I just spread it out even more. But I've done it plenty of times. I've done it in I've done it in classes in Chesterfield. If Lee's watching, he'll know what I mean, because literally it missed him by a millimetre before it ended up all over his trousers. I do that quite a lot. I'm a bit clumsy.
We've set the cat amongst the pigeons, so to speak, here. Mariner says, no, the original is the best. Gene Wilder is genius. Footloose, the remake was better than the original, according to Susan. I've never seen Footloose, but if it comes on at a party, clear the dance floor. I hold my weave, I'm going in. Sharon says as well, I agree with Debbie, the original Charlie and the Chocolate Factory is the best. And Pamela Lucioni says, original of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Charlie and the Choc Factory. That's like the really boring documentary version. Pamela says is definitely the best. Everyone's siding with you there, Debbie.
Yay! Absolutely. The original Willy Wonka, well, the Chocolate Factory. Was it called Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, the original?
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. It was
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Yeah, call it Willy Wonka.
Did they not change the new one?
No, I think it was always called Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. It was
it?
also, so you caught me with a cuppa, it was also made into a West End show that I went to see that was directed by Sam Mendes, and it was one of the worst productions I've ever seen.
Really? Joe,
that's my opinion, not the opinion of Crafters TV and its shareholders, I will add. But yes, I was very disappointed, Debbie.
Bless your little heart. Trust you. We're the worst one I've ever seen, the worst one.
What am I like?
Oh dear. In your own opinion.
Yeah, in my opinion.
I'm going to call you Charlie
not
then.
Not that I have many opinions, Debbie. I'm not opinionated at all.
Oh dear. Now, listen, let's get back to these fabulous ink pots. So I've given it a little shake and I've given it a little stir, and I've taken a piece of string that I carry around, and all I'm going to do is, now this...
You carry that string around with you? What, when you go off to the shops or to get your hair done, you're like, oh, got me string with me, don't worry. Debbie, I'm here for my 2:30, I've got me string. Is that how it works?
No.
Oh, Debbie, we've got to bring it down a peg or two. The wheels have come off. It only took 5.5 hours. And also going into this demonstration, I thought this is not the time to set you off, Debbie.
No, not at all. So I've dipped my string into my ink pot. Now you can paint this, or you can do what I do and just squeeze it, because it's the easiest way to do it for me. But you can squeeze it off. You get a little bit of ink on your fingers, but hey ho, do we care about inky fingers? Absolutely not. So we're just going to literally now just pop this on here. Now I'm not the best at this, so I'm going to tell you now.
Well, I mean, I'm excited. You really, but I'm so.
So I'm going to place on the top. I'm placing another piece of cardstock onto the top. I'm holding that down with my inky fingers, and I'm giving it a good old yank. So when we take this out now, it'll do. But you get that beautiful, beautiful effect. Look at Joe's face. Let's do it again.
What made me laugh is then in my ear they say, how come Fiona never gets this mucky?
Listen, I love getting inky. Fiona has been doing this years.
I think that might be demo of the week, that one.
She's been doing this years, so she's got loads and loads of experience. But literally, let's do it again. So I'm popping my ink down, I'm popping my other piece on. Do you know, I saw Ben do this quite recently, and he did a cracking job of it. Yay! We'll take that one as well. So we've got some lovely, lovely techniques there. But honestly, you just keep trying and keep hold of your string. Use it in your mixed media things once you've done it. Height of professional, Joe, height of professionalism. You don't throw anything away in crafting. Keep hold of your string and reuse it. Behave yourself.
Right, let's move on. Tina Curtis says it's Willy Wonka. Charlie's the... What a comment to move into. Charlie is the remake, apparently. Thank you for that. Gilmore, Sonia loves a string pull technique. Gilmore, it says, I'm sitting in the doctor's office waiting room and just burst out laughing at the whole string conversation. Sim says, you're all having way too much fun. We are. Tina says, oh gosh, I'm laughing so hard I almost spit my coffee. You crack me up. Catherine says, I think Debbie's hands are the demo of the week. And Evelyn says, Evangeline says, you guys are so much fun. Oh my!
Honestly, I can't see a thing, Joe. My eyes have watered up that much. Oh my goodness!
Oh, we've got a piece of video or something. Can pages calm down? I can't see. I'm laughing so much. I mean, I feel like I'm about to have a nosebleed. I've gone so red. Right, let's just take a moment. Let's regroup. Let's share with you all the details of Club Inspire.
Welcome to Club Inspire, our free loyalty club. As a member of the club, you can save up to 20% every time you shop with us. For every £1 you spend, whether it's in one of our stores or on our website, you'll collect 1 loyalty point. The more points you have, the more benefits you'll receive. As a welcome present, we'll give you 20% discount with your very first order. Once you place your first order, you'll be given 250 points straight away, making you a bronze member. This will mean that you'll receive a 5% discount on all of your purchases until the end of the next calendar year, plus priority postage. 500 points takes you up to silver membership, where you'll get 10% discount plus free shipping when you spend over £20. When you get to 750 points, you'll become a gold member, which gets you a whopping 15% discount on every order, and we'll ship them to you completely free, no matter how big or small they are. Spend over £25 and we'll send them to you via our premium next day delivery courier service. When you reach 1500 points, you'll become a platinum member, giving you the same shipping benefits as a gold member, but with the added bonus of a massive 20% discount on all of your purchases. Now on top of that, you'll receive exclusive discounts, sneak peeks of brand new products, special offers and money-saving vouchers. You'll have access to an exclusive secret Facebook group to meet like-minded friends, to find out information first and to be inspired by all the Crafty makes. We'll send you a completely free quarterly Digimag direct into your inbox, giving you lots of hints, tips, inspiration, additional offers and some sneaky behind the scenes gossip from the team. So what are you waiting for? Become a member of our club today.
Right, okay, we've got 20 minutes left, Debbie. We can do it. We can do it. The bit that really tipped me over the edge was the comment, I don't know if you could hear it because I was laughing so much, from Catherine that said, I think Debbie's hands are demo of the week. That was the bit that really tipped me over the edge. Joe is snorting, says Rosalind. Marion says, we love you, never change. You too, Debbie. Hey guys, you just made my day. Terry Tom says, oh gosh, you guys, my sides hurt. Rosalind's crying, laughing. Lynn says, you two are hilarious. I don't know what it was. It was just a perfect chain of events, wasn't it, Debbie, that led to that moment. Will never be recreated. Let's hope. Let's go. Oh no, we're going to the hero tool, aren't we? Right, the spritzers. We've got the spritzers as part of the hero tool. So this hero tool has been put together as a really lovely little accoutrement, a little saucisson to go with all of your inks and ink pads, which is fantastic. And you could use this with your pens as well, absolutely. So you've got the misters just there, which are awesome. You've also got the blending aids, the mini blending sponges. There are also these, which are your blending tools, the round ones. Some people call them the daubers or the blenders. And you've got there also your replacement heads. So you get 12 heads in total with this. What you've got here then are 4 different brushes for you. So you've got the 3/4 inch, which is this one just here, which is gorgeous. You've also got the 1/2 inch, which is brilliant. You've then got the number 6, and you've got a number 3 in there as well. Now they are a synthetic brush. I just want us to talk about that. There's a lot of people say, oh, synthetic, should I have natural ones? But the synthetic ones are very, very robust and they will stand with a lot more. They need a lot less looking after as well, don't they, Debbie, than the real hair ones?
I wouldn't go back. Sorry, Joe. I've got... there we go. just clear my throat a minute.
Okay.
I'm just recovering. But literally, they are the best brushes that are out there on the market. I've used many a brush in my time, but the Royal Langnickel brushes are top quality brushes. And you'll know what I mean. If you've ever used them, you'll understand what I mean. I've used different style brushes and bits coming off and flinging off in areas and just not getting a nice smooth coverage. But these brushes are super, it's down to them heads. It really is. That brush head is just fabulous. I adore them. So they're definitely, is it a hero tool today? Definitely the hero tool when it comes to things like your inky backgrounds and all those kind of things. And if you love your painting, absolutely, you will understand what I mean when you get them. When you use them, you'll never go back, I can promise you.
Yes, absolutely. Very, very busy. Loads of people still thanking us for a good old laugh. Susan, Mary, Pamela, all saying they're having a good old chuckle. You've got a laugh, haven't you, Debbie?
You have.
It's the best medicine, apparently. Right, let's move on to the Debby Fishables, or the word Edgeables as we call them. They are an Edgeable, which means that you're going to be able to do all of those awesome Edgeable techniques, which is fantastic. So you've got this one here, which is good luck. You've got hello. We're also going to have in here, with love, thank you, best wishes, thinking of you, happy birthday, and you've also got congratulations in there as well. Now, I did say this earlier, but I can't remember, since we launched them, having 8 of them. I've definitely done them as 4 pieces, I've done them in pairs, I've done them in a 6, but since the launch, I don't recall. I might be wrong, maybe we have, I just can't remember. But as far as I am aware, I personally have not sold them in an 8 since we launched them. And when we launched them, I can guarantee you they wouldn't have been £38 or $57. They would not have been less than £5 per die set. That is fantastic value for money. The other thing to notice as well, of course, is that you are going to be able to use your Club Inspired discount. Club Inspired Platinum members here, you're saving more than you're spending when you go for that whole collection, which is awesome. If you got, maybe you did buy them when they were in 2s or 5s or 6s, and you now want to come in and stock up on the individuals, absolutely you can. They're £7.99 or $11.99 if you want to get them in that way. If you want to place an order, it's very easy to do so. You can pop across to our website, crafterscompanion.co.uk.com.au, click the Shop the Show button, and there you'll see everything on the show. About 15 minutes left on this show, Debbie. We've got another great show, haven't we, coming up an hour after this one finishes. And, you can tell everyone what it's going to be about, Debbie.
Oh, I'm so excited because it feels like it's been an age since I've been here with the foil press. So it's all about the foil press, excuse me. And it's absolutely one of my favourite things that we've ever produced at Crafters Companion. I love my foiling. We know we call our foil press king, our Craig. I'm getting him a new word now. But yeah, absolutely. I'm up there because I'm up there with Craig. I absolutely love that machine. I have done since the day it was launched. Me and Jan were the first, because it was launched when we were in the shop. We actually could not wait for it to come, put his name down on the list, and I've had a love affair with it ever since, and I absolutely adore it. So I'm really excited about that. But I'm excited about these as well, because the Edgeables, they are again such a versatile one, but the one thing you get about with these Edgeables is the lovely sentiment that's behind it as well. So absolutely fabulous, and you can do these kind of things with it where you run it along down the side of a gorgeous fold back card there. Look how beautiful that is, Joe. Doesn't need to say anything. It just cut that out, add a couple of little bits of paper and a couple of little embellishments, and you've got an instant card. I did this the last time I was here using the Edgeables, and that was a double Z fold card that I used with lots of bright colours, but look how fantastic it is.
Beautiful.
It doesn't need to say anything, Joe. It says it all for you. You can use them on the inside as well of cards. Excuse me. But again, just look how fantastic they are. Versatile ways you can use them, side stepper cards, you can use them as panels, literally. Honestly, Joe, these, for me, are definitely one of my favourite Edgeables that we've ever done, because I just love the fact that they've got that sentiment as well. So, again, so many ways you can use them, but they are incredible. And is that right? That price there for all of them? That for me is just a great bargain to be had. It covers every single occasion that we can think of there. I mean, I love them. They're just fabulous. I'm going to show you how easy they are to use. Just need to grab a little bit of water, Joe, because...
Oh, no problem.
That laughing is literally... I need to go and lubricate my throat there.
I've drunk a massive mug of tea and a massive bottle of water of juice as well in this hour. I think it's all the laughing, Debbie. That's what it is. It's thirsty work, you know. Sonia says, foil pressure. Yeah, you're not missing that one. Putting the family on notice. My do not disturb sign is going up. I don't blame you. Maxine says, I love my foil press. I can't wait for the next show. I love the foil press, says Yolanda. Pandacraft says, I love these Edgeables. I need to use them more. Those brushes are terrific, says Katie. Pam says that PPE Pam in Berkshire says, I wonder if Debbie had to have her fingerprints taken. Would they come out sparkly? I think they would. And Gilmore saying, thank you, Joe and Debbie, for always entertaining us whilst educating us. It's a perfect mix. Are you lubricated?
It's yeah, I am now, and I found my little plates, Joe. I found them. They're all hiding. They were all like, they weren't that far actually. They were right underneath me all the time.
Oh dear, what you like?
What am I like? Exactly. Now let's show you how easy these are to use. I'm going to keep it really, really simple for this last demonstration, but honestly, these are fabulous. You've got all that gorgeous, intricate design. You've got the sentiment in there. Now, if you ever wonder which is bit that cuts out, it's this bottom bit here. So it starts from this tip and the outside cutting edge goes all the way along those florals. And then this part here around the sentiment word is the bit that doesn't have the outside cutting line. So this is the bit that keeps it connected into the cardstock, which creates the edgeable factor. So bearing that in mind, I'm just going to use it as a panel. That's what I thought I'd do for this one, Joe. Got myself a little card base. I'm just going to pop that in the, I'll have it about there we go. And I'm just going to stick that down with a bit of low tack tape. Hold it into place. But again, we've got a lot of masterclasses with the Edgeables. Make sure you go back and have a look at the wonderful ways that you can use them. But there are so many ways you can use them, Joe. They are incredible design. Debbie did have a hand in designing them. She had an idea a couple of times a year. The product development team and Leanne gather up ideas of what we're going to do for like next year. So we're already designing what's coming up next year. That's how far in front we are.
Should we do a quick vote for the card of the show,
Oh,
Debbie?
we can do, yes.
Is that all right?
Absolutely, we can.
I don't want to spring it on our social media superstars.
Oh, no, that's fine. Yep, absolutely.
It's the lovely Amy on the controls today, I believe.
Is it? Oh, sorry?
It's Amy.
Amy?
Who's managing social
is that
media
a new
for this
lady?
show.
I don't think I know the
Let me
age.
double check it is Amy, because now I'm questioning myself. It is Amy.
Was it Amy before?
Still Amy, the whole show.
Is it Amy?
Yes, it is
So
indeed.
do you want me to go through them before we
Yes,
carry on with
please,
that?
yes.
Right, where did we stop? I haven't
So we
really
got
done many, have I?
friend.
I've got lots of...
Oh, I think it's
did
going to
the
be
egg.
out of the. It's going to be out of the friend and the rose, isn't it? Surely?
Yeah, so we did the friend and we did the rose because the rest were all techniquey ones.
Do you want to put the string pull technique in?
What technique?
The string
Joe!
Or Debbie's hands. We can put Debbie's hands in. We take a picture of them, we'll print it and put it on the phone. No, friend or thanks.
Yeah, because the rest are all techniques, aren't they, that we did? They're all kind of techniques. So we'll go with friend or thanks.
Perfect.
Yeah,
Let us know. You have got 4 minutes to vote. 4 minutes. The lovely Amy will correlate the results. They'll be independently verified, and then we'll get the result. How exciting.
Absolutely. So all I'm going to do now, Joe, is I'm going to poke out these bits. Now, these words as well, you're going to be able to use, so don't be throwing those words away. And again, these can, they lend out to be used for paper piecing techniques. Do you know, again, thinking of that lovely shaving foam background we did earlier. Let me get that up. Let's have a little nosy. Let's see what that'd look like underneath. But yeah, you could use something like that underneath. That'd look really nice, wouldn't it?
Debbie, that looks gorgeous.
But we have got some beautiful papers on the show as well. So yeah, you could do anything like that. Now, again, all I'm going to do is spend a bit... How are we doing for time, Joe?
We've got 8 minutes left on the show, so you've got about 6 minutes left on this demonstration, Debbie.
Oh, that's okay. Plenty of time.
Loads of time.
All you're going to do is poke out all your little pieces.
Where's your fabulous pokey tool from?
Do you know, I bought this when I was in the shop at Chesterfield. I actually think it might be... I'm trying to think who is, because I actually fell in love with it because obviously the colour, purple and sparkly. I actually think it was from a Dawn Bibby collection that she did. I'm pretty sure it was, but it was in the store. I'm sure Jan bought a nice sparkly one as well.
Really?
I get attracted. I'm a bit like a magpie. I see something sparkly and I want it.
Me too. You know that
Are you
pen,
the
that
same?
sparkly pen that you bought me? I can't go anywhere without it, honestly. Every day I've got it. Debbie bought me the most amazing pen. Look, it's like my version of Debbie's sparkly pokey tool, but it's a pen, a rainbow pen that Debbie had made for me. How gorgeous is that? Beautifully handcrafted, Debbie, isn't it? Look.
I did indeed,
How
Joe.
gorgeous is that? I got it for me for my birthday. What
I
a love
did.
she is.
I got myself one as well, you know. I got a purple one for myself
you?
too, yeah.
Yeah.
So
do you know, I feel like I'm only one step away from being an adult because I carry a pen with me now everywhere because I've got a nice
Get
pen.
you?
I also carry wireless headphones with me everywhere I go. I feel like all I need now is a watch and I've nailed it. I'm a proper adult now.
I love it. I love it. I carry lots of pens with me. I'm not going to share with you how many pens I carry because I've got way too many. But now that has all been delicately die cut out, all I'm going to do, Joe, is I'm going to bring in a card blank. And I say a card blank, I've taken one of those gorgeous contemporary colours there. Just pop that onto the back. And this is just going to act as a panel. But I'm going to make it pop off a little bit because what I want it to do is I'm going to add a little ribbon. So I'm just going to pop a little bit of tape. I'm going to bring in a ribbon. Let's bring in a nice brightly coloured ribbon. And it is bright, that, isn't it? Bright, that. That's lovely, that one. I like that.
I didn't know what you were saying because you're whispering.
I know, so sorry. It's because I absolutely love bright colours. You know
me
what I'm
too.
like, Joe. You know what I'm like. Let me just make sure my bowl don't fall off there. Come on, get back in there. That's it. Get back on. There we go. And then I'm just going to literally pop this down now. Yeah, bit of tape.
Beverly in Kentucky is waiting for an ice storm.
For a whatie?
An ice storm.
Have they got... You're kidding?
No,
Do they have,
she
do
could
they have
get,
such a thing?
apparently, they could get up to an inch of ice falling in some areas. So I'd imagine it's like what we'd call hailstones, I'd imagine, Debbie. But imagine hailstoning so hard that it builds up and you get an inch of ice.
Good grief.
That's bonkers, isn't it?
It's a bit too cold for me, Joe, a bit too cold. What I'm just going to do, though, I'm just going to finish this off. Let's get this, let's put some nice sparklies on there.
Gems.
Have we got any nice glue? Debbie, glue is what you're looking for.
We have a winner for the card of the show, Debbie.
Have we really?
We have, and I'm pleased to say it is Rose. For the thanks one, Rose is the winner. That's gorgeous from those modern Edgeables. So that will go into the cabinet of creativity alongside Sarah's creation. We've got one from Debbie Fisher. We've also got a box from the lovely Craig from that craft along. We've got the light up box from Debbie, and now that gorgeous modern Edgeable will go up there as well. It's a very strong week this week, Debbie.
We have indeed.
Some
Some tough competition, Joe. There's some tough competition. Right, also I'm just going to do now, Joe, and I've taken this from one of my crafty boxes that I've had. Well, I say mine. I pinched it from Jake.
Is it from the Year of Craft, that one?
I think it is this one,
or was
yeah.
it from the Craft Compendium?
Oh, it could be actually. It could be. You know what?
I think it might have been the Compendium, yeah.
Yeah, it could be the compendium, yeah. So, but the gems come in handy. But I just said to Jake, I ain't got my gems with me, Jake. And he went out and found me some. Into your good un. Into your good un. He's a good lad, he is. So all I'm just doing now, because these little florals are just crying out to be gemmed up, and that's exactly what I'm going to do, and I'm going to keep it just like that, Joe, because I think it doesn't need to say any more than what it actually says. There we go, one more. Pop that on, and there we go. And a nice,
What have you done?
upside
we've got
down
an Australian
card.
card.
Oh, well,
It's not really Australian,
do you
is
know
it?
what? I can get away with that.
There you go. Oh, perfect.
I can get away with it that way
Debbie.
instead. I'll just change my bowl around. Nobody will notice. Nobody will notice. But you could have it anyway, actually. Oops, no, you couldn't have it that way. You could have it that way as well.
Beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Joe.
Absolutely gorgeous. Let me remind you what you're getting in those word Edgeables. So here you can see all the different words that you've got. So we've got good luck in here, which is awesome. You've also got hello too. So good luck, hello, with love, thank you, best wishes, thinking of you, happy birthday, and congratulations as well. Absolutely beautiful creations. As I said, first time I can remember bringing you all eight as a collection in a really, really long time. So definitely grab those whilst we have them. A great price, less than £5 per die set, even less than that, of course, as a platinum member or as any member of our club Inspire. Mary says, I've been crafting while Debbie has demonstrated. It's been lovely. Shirley, it says, been watching on the telly. Debbie and Joe, you're such a joy. Thank you, guys. Great show, Joe and Debbie. Thank you for bringing the sunshine into my morning, says Dieta. And Anne says, an ice storm is like rain, but when the water touches the surface, it turns to ice. It coats everything in ice. Trees, cars, streets, fences, everything. That sounds like something out of some sort of like thriller movie or something, doesn't it? I don't think that's up our Strasser, Debbie, that. Right, let me remind you of all the gorgeous things that you've seen in the show. Let me take you through the colours of the sparkles ink. So you've got the pastels. You've also got the glitz and glamour. Gorgeous. We also have the Forest Glade. We've got Enchanted Hues, Mystic Tones, Traditional Christmas, Summertime, my favourite time of the year, and the Winter Warmers as well there. And we've got some metallic options for you as well. So you've got metallics and falling leaves as well in the sparkles there too. Absolutely loads of gorgeous ones there for you. Do not forget to check out your baskets. Here you've got those wonderful modern Edgeables. We're really busy on those. $31.96 or $55.80 if you want to go for those. Here's your make statements. Remember, any three of these for £15 or $20. Individually, they're $5.99 or $7.95. Someone was asking about how to store the inks. Best buddy bag, and the best buddy bag is the Sue buddy bag. It was Teresa D'Amico that was asking that, so I hope we've cleared that up for you. So I'll tell you what, Debbie, how about we have an hour's break and then we do it all again? What do you think for 1 hour?
Oh, absolutely. I can go and get cleaned up, get it all tidied up. I've got a bit of ink to get off here because especially if Leanne's in tomorrow. I've got to get it all cleaned up and get ready for the foil press. I can't wait. So I'm really looking forward to that. So thank you very much for the fun and the laughter and the crafty inspiration today. It's been absolutely fabulous. We've got more to come. We've got more to come.
Yes, 1 more hour for you coming up very, very shortly. Don't go anywhere. Lots of foily fun coming your way. Don't forget to check out your baskets. We'll see you back here in an hour. See you then.